Congratulations on our Twitch baby sperm whale.
We back. We back. Long have we waited. Subathon outdated. Streaming for 12 hours a day overrated. Normal EBA schedule activated. That's right. We're back. After nearly 3 weeks, it is time that we are returned to the normal streaming schedule, to the normal hours, to the normal days. In fact, maybe even plus 1 day. So I miss you guys. Good to see y'all. What's going on? How's it going, man? Oh shit. We got stories, man. We got things we got to talk about today. We got things we got to do today, man. We got Baldur's Gate playthroughs to run. We got TPK the party. I got to play D&D soon. It's gonna be a whole thing, man. It's gonna be a day. Why do I have a goblin? What? Where did my dog go? Why did I? I'm not holding your chew for you. Okay, fine. I'll hold your chew for you. All right. Where is it? Hold on. I gotta get her chew with my foot. Okay. Are you good? Are you good, dog? Yeah, she's great. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. It is a fantastic Tuesday. Tuesday is Tuesday, right? I don't forget to go live. Ashy, I missed you too, Ashy, for multiple reasons, because all I want in my life right now, Ashy, are people to look at my house when I'm done it in Final Fantasy 14 and say, wow, that's cool, man. That's all I want, you know? So, last pizza slice, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, my friend. What's up, Meegs? What's up, Steph? How's it going? Good to see you. Bye, Long. Sam, thank you for the 18 months. Is that how long it takes for a sperm whale to like spawn? Like when the devs like load it in, is that how long it takes? 18 months? All right. I'll believe you. What? I have no reason not to. So, what's up, Blaze? Good to see you busy. What's going on, Atari? Oh shit, the master writer Atari's here, man. Who knew, bro? What's up, Jacob? What's going on, y'all? Who am I missing? Did I miss anybody? I said hi to the mods, right? I said hi to them already. Yeah, it's fine, man. They know. It's all good. All right. You've been here for 2 years? 2 years. I believe it. You know what? Today, I'll believe it, man. Okay. Listen, look. I'm back now. I have stories to tell for the weekend. Because I woke up on Friday morning to do my stream. And I did the stream. We did a long subathon stream. You know what happened after that?
My bitties don't jiggle, they stack. I love to see the chat wiggle on track.
That's the first TTS of the day. That's the first TTS of the day.
Emotes dribble, all aglow.
This is the TTS meta of the day.
You've got to feel the flow.
This is the TTS meta I have to deal with. I have to get important D&D work done today.
High,
and this is our
never
TTS.
back. Sharing laughter with Elderans, no lack.
Alright, that's pretty good stuff. I'm impressed. Thank you for 300 bits though. You know? Thank you. Jesus. What the fuck? Meegs, we haven't done anything. What are you doing, Meegs? Ah! Stop it! There's no subathon timer anymore. Thank you, Meegs, for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. I didn't do shit to deserve that, though. All right, I just went live and complained about not being live enough. That's all I've done today. I don't deserve it, dude. Seriously, holy shit. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oh god damn, man, bring people into the guild. God damn. All right, we're officially adding what is that? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that to the subathon timer today. The invisible subathon timer that probably won't matter because I have to go at a certain point in time today. So look, man. Well, you know what? We'll LARP as if it did. All right. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for redeeming the Patreon and the Blackwood Dice sponsored segments. I will do those after the intro. Thank you very much, guys. Which is what a great way to spend your channel points. Yes. So, god damn it. So, I did a thing.
Finally, we can be generous without there being something in it for us. Oh, wait.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks for the 200 bits. I appreciate that. That's, man. Oh, yeah, wow. You can't be, you could have TTS for 100 bits. That is very generous, though. I don't know what to say besides thank you. So, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You guys already showed me so much support this month. I don't deserve it, bro. So, thank you. I'm just honored anyone showed up today. Like, you guys could do anything with your day. And instead, you want to come here and listen to me yell about things to do with D&D for 4 hours. So, but first, we need to yell about things that happened this week before we start yelling about D&D things and making art of cool D&D things. I woke up on Friday morning, okay? I woke up on Friday morning, and I streamed. When I got off, Ella looked at me. She said, Evan, I had an opportunity, and I said, what is it, Ella? And she said, you know that hand surgery?
How exciting.
Dude, Shropshire, holy shit, thank you for the raid, bro. Welcome in, man. Shropshire, I was just about to complain about going camping this weekend. You got here just in time, so thank you. I hope your stream went well. You know, whatever you were doing today, I hope it was PogChamp. What's up, Sarah? It's good to see y'all. If you guys aren't following Shropshire DM, you definitely should be, because, you know, God knows I don't talk about D&D, but thankfully, Shropshire does. So I hope after the long streams, they good. I am supposedly relaxed, and I'm about to complain about all the reasons why I'm relaxed right now. So, but yeah, it was good. The subathon was fantastic. I'm glad people showed up for it and had fun with it. But on Friday when I was doing my last day, I didn't know how long I'd be going. If I'd be going for all day Friday, if I'm going into Saturday, no idea. But I got off stream on Friday, and Ella said, hey, so since your subathon's over, I had an opportunity to do something. And I was like, what? She was like, you know my hand surgery I have to get? And I was like, yeah, the one where you're gonna be out for like 6 weeks. And she's like, that one. I was like, oh yeah, the one you're doing in like August or so, late August. She's like, yes. I was like, what about it? And she said, well, they had a cancellation and moving it up, and it's now this Thursday. I was like, okay. All right, well, that's sooner than we thought, but that's okay. You know, that's good news, I guess. She said, so, because of that, we were supposed to go camping 2 weeks from now. I said, okay, got it. And she said, so instead, Wednesday, sorry, I thought it was Wednesday. She said, so instead, why don't we go camping this weekend? And I said, okay, I guess. So we left on Sunday, and we were gone all Sunday, and we came back yesterday. So I've been in the mountains, man. I've been an axe wielding, plaid laden, smoke covered, just mountain man for the last like 2 days. Just cutting down trees, fighting bears, enjoying majestic lake weather, you know. Apparently now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I won't complain too much about camping. It was fun. Apparently people who don't live where there's like mountains will travel to mountains. Like, it always strikes me when we drive by the two more touristy cities in the mountains, you know, to go to where the locals go, which is out in the wilderness, fucking nowhere. I always see buses full of a lot of Japanese and a lot of English tourists like to come out to Banff National Park, and it's great. I'm glad I'm glad people like coming out there and hanging out. But there's a ton of, like, so much so that in the tourist cities there are, well, towns, I guess, there's like sometimes Japanese signage in there, and there's tons of people from the UK, tons of people from all across the world. And I forget, it's like, does anybody actually travel to want to be here? You know, you look up every day and you're like, wow, it's a mountain, who cares? Right? Oh wow, that's like a river with a fucking waterfall and like a deer crossing it or some shit. Is that what, did people travel for this? It kind of always makes me appreciate where I live, that somebody in the world could have gone to Disney World, could have gone to Las Vegas, could have gone to Maui, but instead chose Banff. So I tried to enjoy it more, but I don't know, maybe people like mountains. I don't know, maybe it's a thing. that I'm just like used to and just dead inside from. So I did not remember the Doritos or the Baja Blast. Actually, I barely remembered the regular food. Actually, Ella and I forgot the pillows, so we slept on our hoodies and had awful neck pain in the morning. So Vegas all hot and bothered. I'm sorry, Miss Harris. I'm sorry. I'll try. I just need to tell you how the weekend went. All right, that is pretty. Is that a Canadian experience? Chops down trees. He skips and jumps. Likes to press wildflowers. Please, I do not enjoy buttered scones or tea. All right, this is not the way. God, wow, holy shit! No one quotes Python in my chat ever. Man. Did I wear a checkered flannel shirt? I did, Jacob, because they were on sale at Cabela's, and it gets cold in the mountains. It gets so cold in the mountains. It was 28 degrees during the day, and it was so cold in the evening. We needed a heater, so we had a propane heater that we bought, and between that and the fire, it was good. If we could fit the mountains in our luggage and take them home with us, we would. What is so enticing and enchanting about mountains? It's like I'm not saying they aren't. I'm just saying it's a little lost on me because I live here, and I look at my window. It's like a mountain. Like, I get it, but like, what do people love about mountains? Why do you travel for mountains? It's just rocks, man. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's like, what can you do in the mountains that you can't do anywhere else? I suppose in the winter you can ski and shit, but like during the summer, it's just like everywhere has wilderness and forest. So I don't know. Not the pillows. Yeah, we forgot them. It was pizza. It was not good. Gratitude is a virtue. Yeah, I'm trying to be grateful for where I live. All right, you know, I just wish it was close to the ocean. Rather than scary, mountains are comfortable. There's something comforting about how big they are, I suppose. And to remind you, just, you know, if there's like a tsunami, you're probably safe. I don't know. Will you see nothing but corn for decades? That's true. I mean, is it that they're like, what about the mountains in the summer? Because like I get the mountains in the winter. It's like, oh man, I can't. We fly from across the world to come for some of the best skiing in the world, to go to Banff or Whistler or wherever. But in the summer, it's like, it's just a forest, man. You know, Dave, how do people in the East Coast feel about the Rockies? Do y'all come out here for any reason? Because the thing is, if you live in the West, there is no reason to go out east ever. There's zero reason to fly east in Canada. But I wonder if people in the West or in the East want to like fly out west and go see mountains or some shit. You can walk uphill and down. You live inside of a mountain? Like some dwarven shit? That's pretty cool. Living in a flat desert area, mountains sound absolutely glorious. Is it just that you want to look at them? I am in the Rockies, Steve. I'm on the east side of the Canadian Rockies. So I'm in the Alberta side, not the British Columbia side. I got my phone and almost blocked Ella. That would have been beautiful. Good. You should do it. Our wilderness and forests are pretty few and far between, unless you count the greenery in the middle of the roundabouts. Sam, you live in the UK, right? Don't you guys have like majestic forests and shit? Don't you guys have like ancient, you know, trees and stuff? Right? Like, don't you have like cliffs? I don't know, man. I thought you guys had a pretty fantastic like natural world in the UK. What do you got to travel to Canada to see a fucking mountain? You know, means you and I were in the same mountains this weekend. The same mountains. Where were you? Because I was in around the like the Kootenay sort of like national park area. I wasn't in the touristy area, Steve. Was not in like the Banff. I was deeper. I was where the locals go to get away. Not to say that there's anything wrong with going to the touristy towns. The touristy towns are great. I love them. Even the locals go there. When locals tell you, oh, I'm from Calgary, so I don't go to Banff. Oh, I'm from Canmore, so I don't go to Lake Louise. They're all lying to you. So, thinks he's a dwarf, doesn't deny it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, all right. Well, you know, just the descendant from dwarves, I guess. We have the New Forest and a few others. I mean, that's pretty good, right? List of war crimes I would commit to see majestic mountains again. It's a long list. So what is it? It's just, you just want to see it? Like, I just wonder what there is to do. Because, like, we get out there, we're camping. We're sitting in our chairs. We got our camp set up. We got everything good. We got everything figured out. We're chilling. Eunice sitting on my lap. We got the fire going. We just ate. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, now what? Like now what? What do we do? What do we? So we put John Wick 3 on and watched John Wick 3 until the stars came out, and then we stared at the sky for a little while, and then went to fucking bed because it was late, man. But I don't know. Because like there's forests everywhere. I just feel like there's nothing particularly unique about a mountain forest. Yeah, Lake Louise are dope. They are. I mean, Lake Louise is really beautiful, but I don't know if I'd spend my travel budget on it if like the choice between Lake Louise and Hawaii or whatever was, you know. We literally have a national park called the Peak District. So good, many baked goods. Oh, well, there you go. See, what are you worried about? You know, you just go get some croissants or some shit. You know, that's what's up, Wolf. That's like, oh shit, yeah. What's going on, Wolf? Good to see you. Been a while, Wolf. Hope you're good. Hope you're chilling. Well, either way, I don't know. It was good. It was fun. So I am pretty exhausted though. Camping is not a relaxing trip. Camping is like a stressful trip for me. All right, we gotta like carry shit and hit shit with an axe, and you gotta like there's bugs. I'm an outdoor enjoyer, but I enjoy being able to go back to the indoors at the end of the day. I'm not an outdoor sleeper enjoyer. I don't mind being in the mountains. You go for a hike, you go punch a bear, you go ride a moose, you know, that's fine. It's great. I love all that. And then you know what I love the most about that? I love at the end of the day going back to the fancy lodge with like, you know, the hot middle-aged you know, rich wine moms sitting there in their little like scarf turtlenecks just drinking fucking wine, and you're like, this is what I wanted. You know, cottage life. Yeah, there you go. Man, if I had an RV, holy shit, I'd be so retired. I'd be so retired. I would just sit in my RV all day. It's a flower. I despise camping. I haven't been in the army. I'm planning to camp for the rest of my life.
Oh, hi there.
That's a good point.
27
Yep.
months.
That's a good point.
That's a long time. Thank you, bro. No, don't TTS me.
Stop
I am here. You don't have to.
You don't have to do that.
But it's good to see you.
It is good to see you.
I appreciate
and
that.
I do appreciate it.
Ivan
That's, thank you, Crimson. Thank you for the 27 months at tier 3. Holy shit. God damn. What the fuck? Thank you, dude. God, it's a long ass time. Thank you, Crimson, for the 27-month sub. I am honored, my friend. I truly am. That's god damn. I see these long subs popping up, and I still can't believe that I've been streaming this long, that anybody's been subbed to me that long, because that means that I've been streaming for more than 3 years, which means that I'm an old fuck. Anyway, thank you, Crimson. I appreciate that. Thanks for the sub. I really do appreciate that. Without your support, Crimson, I probably couldn't be doing what I'm doing. I hope you know that. The subs do matter, and they really do. So thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Doing decent health flip-flopping. I just hope you're okay, Wolf. That's all I hope. So, but yeah, camping was good. It was fun. I guess. Glad to be home. Ella's got surgery this week, which means I'll be leaving stream early tomorrow because I have to drive her to the hospital, and then I have to sit around, and then I have to wait for hours. But after that, she's gonna have had her hand surgery that she's needed for a while, which means she'll be able to make dice without crippling, terrible pain. So that's good. That's good, just in time for her to need to take her advent calendar pre-orders. So I don't know. It's gonna be good. The recovery isn't that bad. It's like a couple weeks. It's nothing. It's no big deal, and it's a day surgery, so she'll be okay. But I have to drive her because apparently they don't want you driving when you've had hand surgery. I don't know why. It's like, who uses their hands when they're driving anyway, right? You know. What is your problem? Can you guys hear her growling? Chat can hear you growling at your chew. I'm sorry I'm not holding it properly. Are you gonna be good? Are you gonna be well behaved for the rest of the stream? Are you gonna be well behaved for the rest of the stream, puppy? Can I count on you? You sure? You seem very agreeable now. Oh, okay. Okay, I know. You want your chew back. You want to go down back to where you were. You want your chew. You want to fight me. You want to play. Alright. Alright, there you go. Wait, you're caught in the headphone cord. Alright, there you go. You know. Okay, So today we have things to do. We have many things to do. We have things to talk about. We have Baldur's Gate to talk about. I think I'm gonna do a playthrough of that. The first game that I'm gonna attempt to play on my channel without losing multiple followers. We'll see how that goes, man. Besides the D&D game that I played with Ella, which just lost me a dozen followers. I don't know if people just unfollowed left and right it's crazy. So we've talked about Baldur's Gate. We've talked about Final Fantasy 14. Because I have decided that this is now officially going to be a Final Fantasy 14 guild Discord. That's right. I am building my house in Final Fantasy 14. I'm decorating it. I'm spending millions of gil on it. I am doing crazy house glitches. All so people can look at it and say, cool. That's neat. Not bad. You know? And currently there's nobody to see it. Besides maybe Ashy. But Ashy would just log in, say, scuffed, and then leave. So, you know, that doesn't really count. I'm playing my very first D&D campaign with friends. So far, I'm their lore master, making tons of notes. Wolf, I hope you have a good time. That sounds like, wait, that's actually dope. That's actually dope, Wolf. Tell me how it goes. But I got a legit question for once. All right, how many tracing / rendition layers do you do on a character art on average? Assuming it depends on complexity. On character art, if I'm doing a sketch, it is 1 layer for the sketch, 1 layer for the line work, and then a couple of different layers for the different fills that I have, like various light and dark, sort of like ink washes, or just 1 layer for painting. If I'm painting a character, then it's 1 layer for everything. The sketch turns into the painting layer. It's 1 layer. I mean, people can disagree, and that's fine. There's a lot of people who haven't been to art school. But realistically, the better the painter you are, the fewer layers you need to work with. And the fewer the layers you work with, the better painter it forces you to become. So I think that it's really important for me, and you know, whatever. Artists do what they want. I'm not here to criticize anybody, even if it's a meme. But realistically, I think the fewer layers you use, the better. It forces you to actually have to like try and be good at it and get your fundamentals down, as opposed to just trying to like brute force your way through it. If that makes sense. So yeah, like for the character sketches that I do, it's like it's 2 layers. It's 2 layers, and then for painting, it's 1. Did a quick check. None of the players are in chat. They think I'm a human cleric, actually a fallen Aasimar grave cleric. Wait, they think? Oh, you're okay. You think you're a human cleric? You're actually a fallen Aasimar. So wait, do you have wings or some shit? Oil painting IRL helped me a lot with my digital painting because it was just 1 layer. Exactly. I mean, that's,
Thank
you know.
for answering, Senpai. Swoon.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Thanks for the bits, bro. You could just say that. You don't have to cheer bits with it. But, you know, I appreciate it. Dave, it's not like you're not like one of the mods. It's not like I don't just skip your messages, okay? So, you know, I read your messages regardless. You know, if you don't have the fucking green sword beside your name, I'll read your message usually. But yeah, 2 layers, I think. And I can show you the difference between what the layers look like. Maybe I have Evangeline. That's a character I had up recently. Line work. Fill layer.
I like the funny British robot man voice.
Fill layer. I mean, he's trying his best. All right, Brian Brian for me is an important piece of my arsenal. All right, I'll show you how my layers evolve, but like I'll like sketch over top of my sketch layers. Check this out. Check it out. Wait. That's not it. Main monitor off. Okay. So like this is a monk that I did, right? A while ago, like a long time ago. So the base anatomy layer, just trying to get some large shapes in. I then draw some basic cloth forms in there. So things like the important silhouette changing clothes. And then that turns into a layer where I start to detail it out a little bit more. I start to detail the face and a couple of other things. And then it turns into the final sketch layer, right? So I don't like have multiple layers. I save them at different stages for record keeping. Like it's good for like for videos and stuff like that, but you work the same layer. So Yeah, and then that turns into this. Right? That turns into this. And then we add our fill layers in. So, boom. That's how we character. So this is only one layer for the line work and one layer for the other nonsense. But, all right, we need to do our warm-up today. We need to do our warm-up today. I need something Baldur's Gate-y. I need something D&D-y for our warm-up. I don't usually do a lot of D&D-y stuff. And by that, I mean, like, not like the game D&D. I don't usually do a lot of, like Forgotten Realms. I don't know. What do you call the world of D&D again? It's not Forgotten Realms. It's like, there's like another word for it that people started using. You did use the words Forgotten Realms for a long time. And then they decided that it didn't work for some reason. And at one point in time, I tried to describe D&D shit as Forgotten Realms, and someone was like, "Oh, actually," and they adjusted their glasses on me. So I don't know what to call D&D lore, like Chris Perkins shit. So we're on landscapes and stuff. I am. I'm trying to learn how to paint landscapes a lot faster, because I want to be able to do start to finish paintings on stream. But I've been doing a lot of sketch landscapes recently. Baldur's Gate 3 Sword Coast. Like, I don't know. I need something very D&D. Like what's very D&D? Like a beholder? Like a concept. I don't know. When I think of like the D&D official bullshit, what do I think of? I think of slime cubes. I think of beholders. I think of mind flayers. I think of Vorpal blades. I don't know. What else? What else is like very D&D, like iconic to the Dungeons and Dragons Wizards of the Coast fantasy stuff? Basically stuff that I couldn't use in my actual like world building because Wizards of the Coast owns the IP to it. Dragons, Mind Flayer. I haven't done a Mind Flayer in a long time, actually. That's a good point. I haven't done like an Illithid. I suppose Baldur's Gate 3 deals with Illithids, right? There's like Illithids in the trailer or some shit. Beholders are pretty good. I did a mimic recently. I did a clock mimic. So the Tarrasque, yeah. The Tarrasque, I forgot. Yeah, you're right. You're right. One of many the Tarrasques. Yeah. I think I'll do a Mind Flayer. It's been a while since we did like some Cthulhuan monstrosity. So what is okay? Baldur's Gate, Mind Flayers. They're all like they got pointy heads, right? Baldur's Gate Mind, not Gare Gate Mind Flayer. They're a lot pointier than one might assume, right? Oh yeah, they got that long head. Ooh, and they got squishy bits. And the squishy bits. Okay, we decided we wanted our Illithids to be squishier. Who saw the Illithid and was like, you know what this needs? More of a squish texture. Like, I'm not criticizing the art team. I never would. But it does seem like an odd choice to make it squishier. Again, not criticizing. I think it's time, though. We got to make him like squishy and wrinkly. What are the important features of a Mind Flayer? Wrinkles, I guess. Squish now. Glisten. Glisten's pretty important. Moistness. Ooh. You don't want your Mind Flayers to dry out, do you? All right. And I think Mind Flayers always canonically had 4 tentacles, right? They never had more, right? I never saw a piece of art with Mind Flayer, like official art with Mind Flayer, that had more than 4 face tentacles. But there was that one time that I googled, or sorry, not I searched Mind Flayer on DeviantArt, And I saw some weird shit, man. Like, normally I don't go into that one time of DeviantArt stories because I feel like I should spare everyone in chat from, you know, it's like I never understood or related to the person that was like a mentally or emotionally scarred that felt like they needed to just like ruin other people too. I never related to that. I never had that much hatred in my heart for the human beings of the world that I needed to, like, you know, except for when you're like 15 and you link your friend's lemon party and meat spin. That's different. That's different, okay? But as an adult, I never had that, like, that hatred for humanity, right? So, but there were times on DeviantArt that were unfortunate. POTC Davy Jones? Wait. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, maybe. Don't get me wrong, I love the squid head thing, but it could be squishy. Look, Shropshire. Bro. You know how it is. Sometimes you have certain qualities that you value, you know, in your art or whatever. And good art is sometimes about trying to find... Okay, wait, hold on. So what is going on with their head on the side here? It's like there's just like exposed brain. I think. Let's just give it some like brain texture and just see what happens. But man, I'm excited for this game. I wasn't gonna buy Baldur's Gate until I saw one key feature of Baldur's Gate made me decide that I'm gonna buy it. And that is that you can play online co-op, supposedly. Online co-op, so you can play through the game with your friends. Now, why is this important? Because historically, I've only ever had one friend that wants to play through every game with me. I've only, you know, I envy people with a group of friends where everybody wants to play through a game. Everybody's like, you know, chilling, doing what they're doing, just playing a game together. I envy that. I've only ever had one friend that wanted to play through fantasy dumb nerd games with me. Okay? And that friend is Ella Blackwood. So, Blackwood Dice, the official dice of EBA. I don't think I forgot about the sponsored segment. We'll get to that. But yeah, Ella wanted to play Baldur's Gate with me, and it looks like we can play through it together. So, fuck yeah, we're gonna do that. Because we didn't play Divinity when it came out. We played it after, when it was like cheap as shit on Steam or whatever. And I enjoyed it, man. We tried to play with it with some of our other friends, but they were losers and didn't want to play because, I don't know, they couldn't find time. Nerd. So, Ella and I played through Divinity, the two of us. It was awesome. I think we're going to try and play through Baldur's Gate together. What happens is it works really damn well. I mean, you'd hope, right? After like the last 3 years and I have about 40 hours in early access. How long has Baldur's Gate been in early access for? It hasn't been 3 years, has it? No way. It's been more than a year though, hasn't it? But I want to play it. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And Ella and I are gonna crush it. We're gonna probably stream a bunch of it on her channel, maybe. Our playthrough together. I think I'm gonna do a playthrough on my own. Apparently you can bang a druid bear. Is that true? Because if so, this begins to answer one of the long-standing questions that my D&D group had in high school. Which is, what happens if two druids turn into a bear and smash? Just what happens after that? You know? 9 months later, what? Never mind. What if Baldur's Gate answers this question for us? Can't be currently. I was supposed to be level 6, currently 3. But we DM is prepped to level 20. That's a serious commitment, Wolf. 3 years, really? Wow, holy shit, dude. Was shown in the last panel from Hell. Can bang a bear? Yes. Okay, good. These are the important things. That like, look, at least I'm making this for D&D players. At least D&D players are gonna get their questions answered. I will not be banging the bear. I will not. Thank you. But I will look at a YouTube video of somebody's playthrough to figure out how they had to make these choices in their life that caused them to bang a bear. How to wear bear? Yeah. How are you happy expected level? And if you consider most tables start at level 3, you haven't even started? True, man. Most tables. I only ever start my players at level 1. I had a person say one time, hey, DM, we playing your D&D game, and I'm like, right on. They're like, but I have a problem. And I'm like, okay, let's figure it out. Like, I noticed you said build level 1 characters. I built a level 3 character because I refused to play at level 1. And I said, oh shit, really? And they said, yeah, I don't play at level 1. I said, damn, okay, fair enough. I guess we have to make adjustments for that. And they said, yeah, I guess you do. And I said, awesome. And then I uninvited them. So, you know, anyway, Yuna, stop working at me. I will throw you out of this room like a football. I'm not playing with you, dog. I'm drawing a squishy mind flayer brain. Don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. All right, I'll hold your chew for you. All right. All right. We get to bang the bear at least one playthrough. Do you? Aw, man. Otherwise, Gabe hacks your Steam account. Man. I think I got some Steam gift cards somewhere. Maybe I can buy Gabe off and he'll let me keep my Steam account without banging the bear. It's the only eye she got, dude. She needs to stop though, right? This dog needs to relax and realize that when I'm working and doing important things like drawing mind flayers, I don't have time for her. You know that she's not my first priority in life. Getting people to look at my Final Fantasy XIV house and saying neat is. I mean, obviously, right? All right, how mind flayery are we so far? Because, like, I'm trying, you know? Dude, I should do a bunch of fan art for the game when it comes out. I want to do fan art for a while, and I've also been wanting to do like some more traditional D&D art. I should just rope it as the same project, you know? I probably could. Spend an entire week drawing traditional D&D shit. Ooh, then I might have to see the D&D movie though. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I'll do traditional D&D stuff so long as I don't have to see the D&D movie as reference. Because holy shit. I could not get through it. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't finish it. I tried. I trusted chat. I trusted Faye. I trusted my friends. And I tried to watch the D&D movie. They said, Evan, it's not as bad as the trailers make it look. Evan, it's pretty good. You'll enjoy it. And then I had like an hour-long Discord call with a friend trying to defend the D&D movie to me. And it's like, I get your taste in movies shit. Like, it's fine, bro. But, like, can't expect me. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me, man. Started drafting Lard Fell episode 7. It starts with an appearance by Malfont, the Ruler of Flames, orchestrator of the Brimstone Runes, the devil himself. I'm excited. I feel like I need to do art of the siblings. You know, I need to do art of the siblings, but I don't know, I need more time, Atari. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy Forgotten Realms. And you know what? Lots of people did, and that's awesome. Like, because I don't like the movie, because I thought it was utter, absolute fucking fantasy trash, like, that's fine. I'm not saying that people who liked it have bad taste. That's like, it's like something that I feel like our like online culture now doesn't allow for. It doesn't allow for somebody to not like something without it being like a personal attack on people. That's why everyone gets so mad when some people like stuff or don't like things. You know, I have been on the other side of liking so much shit that people think is atrocious garbage that I'm like, I'm so okay not like when people don't like things that I like. But it's so funny how when I start talking about like Rings of Power, for instance, how I didn't like Rings of Power. You know, how I couldn't get through the first episode. I just had to drop it. It's like you'd think that I was questioning somebody's validity as a human being by questioning that show's right to exist. And so I understand that people like the D&D movie, and that's fine. It's awesome. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't sit through it, man. But you know what? A lot of people couldn't sit through Warlords of Draenor. Yet there I was. You know? People support Rings of Power. Oh, yeah, dude. People love that shit. Or, like, what about Witcher? Sam, were you here when we went through the comments on the Witcher song on stream on YouTube? Were you here for that part? Because that is your average Witcher enjoyer. That is the kind of person who liked Rings of Power. And that's fine. I'm glad they exist. I'm not here to shit talk anybody. I mean, we'll make fun of them a little bit because it's like, you know, kind of funny. But I'm here to actually worry about if somebody enjoyed a fantasy show or something that I hated. You know, /minis. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's a fantastic name, by the way. That is a top tier Twitch name. It's to the point, and I think we have an idea of what you do. So I like that. That's good shit. But yeah, again, it's fine. People like it. But it is that kind of person. The kind of person that is enjoying the current Witcher season. The kind of person that enjoyed Rings of Power. The kind of person that lost their mind with the D&D movie. The kind of person that enjoyed the new Game of Thrones. People who just like want that mainstream fantasy stuff. That's fine, man. We all are entitled to our trashy, you know, media. People are going to the Barbie movie unironically. You know, people are going there and they're enjoying and embracing the trashiness of it. And like, good for them, man. Like, good for them. That's awesome. I hope you embrace it. I love how anime nerds have just embraced their trashiness. I used to be on the outside, man, as an anime nerd. People were like, what? You didn't read this or you liked that? And I'm like, yeah, man, I thought this was a pretty good show or whatever. But now I feel like you're allowed to have trash taste in anime. And it's like, it's just a thing people have. But for some reason, when I say that I didn't like certain fantasy, that's when it's over, you know?
Ivan Blsunston Krum Ivan Blhartru Bopple.
Thank you, Duria. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 31 months. That is a long ass time, bro. You're getting close to 3 years, bro. Holy shit. Thank you, man. Lord, because food's almost ready. Do you need anything else more for the pinboard? Anything new on the table? Recent projects. Let's see. What are we doing in the near future? The near future, Wolf, we're going to be doing some more expansion on the Eldara races, but I feel like you've gotten that covered. Like all the different sort of, yeah, I don't think so. I think like you kind of made a pretty comprehensive pinboard, Wolf. I think it's pretty good. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of The Witcher, but I also wasn't into the books or games. That's fair. That's fair. Totally. See, and I don't know. Look, even if you said that you were into season 3, I think that's fine. I think that's beautiful. That's the shit you're into and you like it, you know? I might disagree. We might have disagreements. You know, it's a good example. Star Wars. Star Wars. Great example. A lot of people didn't like the prequels. I liked them. A lot of people liked the sequels. They're okay. You know? You know what's an opinion that gets me canceled in the Star Wars community? That I thought the prequels were better than the sequels. That's an opinion people don't like. They don't like to hear it, man. So it's fine if you like things that people think are trash. I think the D&D movie is trash. And if you like it, that's awesome. That's fucking sick. I hope you enjoy it. My favorite D&D games have been a little corny. What level are we talking about here? Like on a scale of like 1 to Monty Python Holy Grail, how corny are we talking about here? Because I agree. My best D&D games have had a little bit of humor. I just thought that a lot of the writing in the D&D movie was so low hanging. It was so disappointing that they could have made a funny D&D movie without having a millennial in their late 20s write it for them. So gotta vanish, trying to feed the fiance. Stay gorgeous, everybody. Shropshire, thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it, bro. If you guys are still not following the Shropshire DM, legendary Twitch D&D Andy, you can rectify that by going to Shropshire's channel. Thank you again for the raid. All right. Fill the board. Got it. Yeah. All right. I feel about being able to wild shape into an owlbear now. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll be honest. It's like a World of Warcraft melee moonkin. It'll be sick. Between 4 and 8. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I've never expected D&D to be so super serious, but I always thought that a lot of the writing you see in like sort of like comedy these days is just so low hanging, you know? A lot of the jokes, a lot of the gags, a lot of the references, it just all felt like I've seen it a thousand times in other movies. You know what I mean? I feel like no one's really agreed. No one that I know anyway has really agreed with me on this yet. That the writing in a lot of these movies and stuff, in new Marvel movies, in like new TV shows, in all this shit, is that it's just stuff you've seen before, right? It's like so safe. It's like, this was funny to our test audience that enjoyed all these movies, so we're gonna do it again. And I'm like, come on, man. You can't do D&D like that. You can't treat it like this mainstream bullshit. You have to think of it with more respect. And they didn't. And that's fine. In my opinion, it was lacking. There's time and place for it. I do love a serious, intense, gritty D&D game, but there's something about just letting go of ego and escaping something whimsical and goofy that's vastly therapeutic. I agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the kind of person that said that like is sitting here saying that the D&D movie had to be like some Dark Souls fucking playthrough. The good D&D has to be this like Dark Knight, you know, morally gray whatever dilemma. I don't mind me some silliness and some levity, but I just think I can't think of things that have done humor all that well that people don't like get mad at me about, because it's like inherently in the Lord of the Rings there were funny moments. Inherently in certain games and comics and shit like that there is humor, and I just find that the writing in a lot of modern fantasy and TV and movies it's just like you could have done so much better with this. But they kind of chose the low-hanging fruit, the easy jokes, the puns, the gags. That I just feel like I've seen 1,000 times, man. That was my problem with it. I don't need a big serious D&D. I don't think they could have done a serious D&D movie and branded it as a D&D movie. Like that would have been very poorly done. New movies just seem to repeat the same basic storyline over and over again. Maybe. Same with the latest Avatar. Okay, nice blue dudes. The storyline is lame as F. I didn't see the new Avatar. I wanted to, but I've just avoided movies in theaters for the last like 3 years, so I did not see Avatar, and I'm kind of bummed about that one. That's one that I would have wished to see in theaters. Like, I don't need to see Oppenheimer in theaters. I actually really want to see Oppenheimer, not because it's like trendy for like men in their 30s to like to see Oppenheimer because they know the fucking quote from Vishnu or whatever in the Bhagavad Gita. Like, I get it. Saying you want to go see Oppenheimer makes you automatically cooler and more intelligent. But I really love that era of, like, 20th century physics. I love the history. I love all that shit. So I really wanted to see Oppenheimer. to see like what part of like that story they tell. The problem is, I'd have to go see it in a theater. And that probably isn't going to happen, so I will likely not see Oppenheimer anytime soon. But I'm fine. I don't think Oppenheimer on the big screen is going to be any better than Oppenheimer like at home. But I really do think Avatar would have been so much better in the theater. I'm kind of bummed I didn't see it. If you're watching Doctor Who, the next Magic crossover is Doctor Who, so I'm pretty hyped for it. The next Magic crossover? The next wait, do you what do you mean Magic? You don't mean Magic the Gathering, do you? Wait. No. Wizards, please, no. Hold on. Timey-wimey. Masters of Evil, Blast from the Past, Paradox Power. Collector's Boosters. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. Doctor Who fans that play Magic, that's sick. Good for them. I'm glad. Okay. Yeah, great. It's awesome. I'm happy for people who are going to be excited for that. They're going to get exactly what they want. That's sick. They tried card play with the D&D movie. They had to make something that is open enough. They didn't alienate non-D&D players without enough content to satisfy hardcore players. They went the Marvel formula route, which I think is a good move for their first movie. Maybe. I think that in general, the Marvel movie sort of like new age writing route is, it unfortunately loses me because I'm just so tired of it, you know. But I think that I'm in the minority here. I think there's a lot of people that love that stuff. They just want it again and again and again. They don't care. They want the Marvel movie formula. They want the wit. They want the banter. They want all that stuff, and they want it in a new world or a new setting or a new scenario. And that's fine, you know. Sometimes media isn't made for you, and that's okay. And part of, I think, being happy is celebrating when you do get something made for you and waiting for the next one, you know. And that's okay. It's disappointing for me, but I'm not going to sit here and say that that's like people who enjoy the D&D movie or the new Marvel formula or whatever that stuff is are like trash. I think it's low hanging and like fairly easy and basic, but I think that about a lot of modern media, and I don't, you know, that's fine, right? I'm still happy people are enjoying it. It's like, what? Do I just want everybody to be like cynical and bitter and just like hate all the movies that are coming out and whatever? Nah, man. Nah, man. That ain't it, dog. I want people to have fun. Doctor Who is coming Magic, apparently. And there's also TMNT and Transformers 2. GG Hasbro, way to ruin everything. Still Doctor Who poggers. Yeah, like, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Hasbro's trying to make money, and people are willing to pay for that stuff, so sure, I guess. If people are going to pay for it, then why not? You know, like, as a card game, Magic has in more ways than one told me that I'm not part of their demographic anymore. But you know what? Like, on an optimistic optimistic sort of view of it, Flesh and Blood is a card game that is saying to me exactly that they want me part of their fan base or whatever. So that's the thing, man. It's like Magic is making moves in their own best interest. A lot of media is, for mainstream appeal, for money. That's all. That's what it is at the end of the day, is what's going to make us the most money. And it's not really about the creative side of it. It's not about but like, who cares if entertainment is like, has like high creative integrity, or it's like, there's no moral authority in being someone who is an enjoyer of the higher arts or whatever, of arts with more moral authority. Like, at the end of the day, everybody works a hard day. Everybody has a lot of stress in their life. The world's fucking shitty. Life's hard. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day, like, if you want to go spend your paycheck on a fucking VTuber, you know, that ooh-woos at you and you buy her body pillow, like, go for it, man. If you want to spend your fucking money on some friends and a night out, like, if you want to spend your money on season tickets to your local Philharmonic, whatever makes you happy, bro. It's all Gucci. But I think the problem is, though, that, like, for me, a lot of these things are losing me, man. A lot of the reasons why I fell in love with, like, fantasy or science fiction is not the things that made them popular, you know? So when you see, like, popular movies, it's like the D&D movie is not what I want out of a fantasy movie. It's not what I want out of a D&D movie, even. The Magic the Gathering is not what I want out of a card game, in a lot of ways. And there's still a lot of Magic that I do love. But a lot of, like, the crossovers, it's, like, not really what I want out of it, you know? The Lord of the Rings one was kind of pog. But actually, you know what? I really deeply loved the Magic universe, and I really would have deeply loved for Magic to, like, continue building their own universe as opposed to crossing over.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Jesus Christ!
I understood the assignment.
I'm not
Here,
a
take my
VTuber!
monies.
I'm not gonna say ooh-woo. Dave Oni-chan, thank you for your biddies. Like, what do you think I'm gonna... how do you think this is gonna play out, Dave? I'm not gonna LARP as the hot pink-haired VTuber girl that you have on your other Twitch account that you don't tell anybody you follow. And then someone's just like, oh, have you seen so-and-so's new collab? And you're like, oh, no, who's that? This isn't gonna work out that way. You can't get your EBA body pillow. You can't buy your EBA bathwater. And but your 1,000 bits are very appreciated. Thank you very much. That's a shit ton of bits. Holy fuck. God damn. Okay, God. All right, fine. Fine. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Dave. Thanks to 1,000 bits. I appreciate it, man. That's very... Thank you, bro. What a commitment to the meme. What a never let no one ever say Dave is a man who doesn't commit to the meme. Thank you for that. Do you guys think I'm being cynical, though?
You might not watch that VTuber, but who's to say you aren't that VTuber yourself?
What am I the VTuber? Am I the VTuber? Wait. Am I Project Evangeline? You're not. No. God, Daria. Shh. Thanks 100 bits, bro. How much is that asking for a friend? 1 gallon of EBA bathwater can be exchanged for 1 pint of Bobby Draw's bathwater. So, San Francisco box Streets of Capenna. I haven't bought a new Magic box since before the Transformers crossover. Yeah, the last time I bought a Magic box was Kamigawa, which was fun. That was like kind of cool. Wasn't really what I wanted out of Magic, but it was cool nonetheless, and it was Magic. It was Kamigawa and all that shit. But yeah, I don't know. Flesh and Blood's doing a lot of great stuff as a card game. For collectors, for investors, for players, Flesh and Blood's like pretty fantastic. Do you guys think I'm being cynical? Like, honestly, do you think I have a cynical take on, like, modern media, or do you guys feel tired of it as well? Because it's, like, hard to describe why I'm tired of it, you know? And precisely what I don't like about a lot of it. But I just feel, like, kind of, like, exhausted and not interested in it anymore. But do you think it's just a cynical take? Like, okay, Evan, that sucks, but, like, try and enjoy it. Like, go to see a movie. Go to a new Marvel movie, Evan. Go buy the new Battle Pass for Fortnite. Like, Go try and be a modern mainstream nerd for a little while and see how it does. Because like I'm willing to be told that I'm being cynical. I think everybody needs to have some self-awareness and understand that once in a while in life, sometimes you get cynical and maybe it isn't the whole world that's, you know, the problem. Maybe you're just different. It's like I'm not gonna hate on a new Pokemon game that comes out that isn't what I want out of a Pokemon game because I'm 30-something years old. It's like this game is meant for 11-year-olds. It's always meant for an 11-year-old. And if, as a person who was like 10 or no, 5, 6 when Pokemon first came out, and then like 10 or whatever when like Ruby and Sapphire. No, when did that shit come out? I don't know. Whatever. I understand that it's not meant for me, right? I want to Kamigawa, but it came and went before I even realized it was released. Really? Man, yeah, I guess boxes were hard to get. Probably taking Bass's canon. You want some of that sweet bathrobe lint too? Ooh, bathrobe lint? This is another level, Dave. W takes the new formula, not everything has to be goofy action. Yeah, but like what is an example of a video game, a movie, or a TV show that was funny? That had things in it that made you laugh, or had some levity to it, that wasn't like goofy absurdity, whatever, that sort of formulaic Marvel shit. Like what? Because I know there's examples of it, but I can't think of a lot of like humor in video games and movies that was like, oh, this is like a good way of doing it in the last couple of years. I know it exists. I just can't think of it off the top of my head because I'm drawing a fucking tentacly boy, and I'm just imagining what the rest of the NSFW, version that I'm going to post on Patreon of this guy's going to look like. So, but most of these movies and TV shows that intend to liking them, they have my attention. It's theirs to lose. Yeah, I did that. I tried to like the new season of Witcher. I tried really hard to like Rings of Power. I feel like I gave it a good shot, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't give it enough. It's more of just a change of taste as time goes by. Yeah, maybe. But like, did my taste really change or do they just stay the same? Or if you meant a change of taste from like the modern popular culture, they changed. Like then I could agree with that. Close to 50, then I'm 40, and I'm currently reminded of how things aren't made for me. Yeah. True. Yeah, it's and you can't be mad at it because it's not made for you anymore. And I understand. I think that some of the happiest people that I've seen aging into like their elder years, as a young person, I watched them, people who accepted the new generation and were happy with it. Like when I was like 10, 11, 12 is like when like punk music was really popular. Like I grew up in Sum 41, Blink 182, and all that kind of stuff. I saw lots of like old school, like old guard, like rock fans talking about how like the kids are listening to trash. But I saw lots of people very happily being like, oh, this is cool, man. Like, yeah, sure, dude. Like why not? It's fucking cool. It's what the kids are listening to. And I respected that. And I was like, I kind of took that as a lesson of like, when I'm old and shit, I don't want to be the kind of person that's just mad that things aren't made for me anymore. I want to be like that guy and be able to enjoy new things still. I feel like I can do that with lots of things, but it's hard with games and media right now, man. What's up, Sienna? I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was the last that it nailed the formula. Still a bit goofy, but it had a good balance. Guardians 2, was that the one with the planet dad? Or was that 3? Is there a movie I'm forgetting? Because I did see Planet Dad. What? Yeah, 1 was good. I liked 1. 1 was fun. I don't remember 2 that much. I don't think. New Lord of the Rings TV show. That's right. That exists on my watch list amongst the whatever movies. You can skip it, Cobalt. You won't like it. Things are better or worse. Simply just be remembering things from when you were more happy. Damn. Yeah, that's hard. My birthday is up today, Evan. What the fuck does that mean? Your birthday is up today? Your birthday is up today? It's your birthday. Are you trying to say it's your birthday, Sienna? Happy birthday, Sienna. Happy birthday, bro. Hope you enjoy another year of being old. Your opinions are less relevant, but also so are the opinions of everyone younger than you. So there you go, man. Birthdays are sick, bro. Man, personally, I'm burnt out on the formula. I still like it, but it's gone to overdrive and left a lot of good lore on the editing floor. Witcher Season 3, perfect example. Like, why the fuck was Geralt laughing and smiling the whole time, like, totally against the character? I mean, that sounds like a sarcastic comic book guy take, but I agree. All right. I hope Baldur's Gate is good. I hope it's got levity and it doesn't take itself too seriously, but still has that like kind of gritty D&D that I like. All right. All right. Baldur's Gate, Mind Flare, Sending Tool, Snip. We've completed the portrait of Mr. Wiggles. We shall post it in the EVA sketchbook. There it is, Mr. Wiggles. And then we post one more place before I can. We post on X. Post it on X. All right. So thinking because Baldur's Gate. I think it's called Baldur's Gate. Is there like weird U in there? Oh no. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Because Baldur's Gate isn't out yet, I need my fix. I need my wiggly boy fix. So I guess I have to draw them. All right. So Baldur's Gate 3 isn't out yet. I still need my wiggly boy fix. Wait. And I still need my wiggly boy fix. I guess I have to draw them. Tweet. That's a tweet. That's a tweet. Wiggly boys abound. All right. We shall see what the internet so saith. I'm a cynical old comic book nerd, so yeah. This is what mentioning ages in chat. I think it's generally okay if people aren't younger than whatever, but generally age ranges are better for keeping your never watched Witcher season 2. Season 3 or season 2 was already so disappointing. Season 1 was white, nice, close enough to the books, of course, some deviation as you can always expect from converting to another medium. Season 2 is just weird. Yeah, I didn't love season 2. I thought season 1 was good, but season 3 was just something, man. I want to talk to somebody. You know who I want to talk to? Here's who I want to talk to. Where is it? I'm gonna Witcher season 3 song. I want to talk to these people. You know this shit? This fucking shit. I want to talk to people in this comment section. I want to talk to one of these people one-on-one. Like DK Scopes. This is such a good song. Didn't expect it to be so catchy. I want to talk to this person. I want to get on a Discord call with this person right here. And I want to say, tell me why this Witcher season was good. Tell me why you loved it. Not like defend the Witcher season to me. I want to tell. I want him to talk to him with sort of an open mind and be like, tell me why you love this season. You know? I was ready to heavily dislike Vlado, but this song slaps. Sorry, Yasker, you're still my favorite. Well, clearly this person's Canadian because they use a U in favorite when they don't need to. And I want to ask them why they loved this season. You know, there's so many positive comments for this song that I feel like embodies the entirety of why I don't like this season of Witcher. So who best than to go to people who see this song on YouTube and we're like, I need to express that I loved it, which is fine, great, good for you guys. But I want to like, you know, I want to like talk to them, and I want to find out somebody who was like really into it, what they loved about it, and why they loved about it. Personally, like Lord of the Rings, but I got lost in the visuals. Ended up being a win for me. That's awesome. They were faithful to the source material. Would have been musical. Yeah, I mean, look. The way I feel about Rings of Power is that it would have been fine maybe if it wasn't called Lord of the Rings. It was just like a fantasy or whatever. I was hearing such mixed reviews on Baldur's Gate 3, strictly on the early release, so we'll see. Okay. Well, I don't know, man. I hope it's good. Got 40 hours in early and I enjoyed it. Yeah, okay. A lot of people have a lot of hours on it. You just got the set of Mind Flayers. Mind Flayer, dude, I've never seen a good Mind Flayer mini. Not one that's really grabbed me. I was in the shower when you were talking about it. Did you say you're looking to play co-op? Yeah, Ella and I are gonna play through probably a campaign on stream or something like that. I don't know. I want to play it with people. I want to play Baldur's Gate with some friends. Can you do up to 4 people in it, or is it limited to just 2? All right, main project for the day. Main project for the day. I want to draw some Sky Knights. I want to draw some Sky Knights. So we're going to draw some Sky Knights. We are going to draw or finish this art that we started on during the subathon. Back when I was optimistic, when I had a sub timer, back in the before times, when nothing could do wrong, when media was great, when I loved everything that came out, we decided to draw some knights. So today, I want to try and finish the art for them, and then build some lore for them, because also we have the Astral Sage class to build. And I think I have figured out what I want to do about the shielding mechanic for the Astral Sage. I think I'm going to allow them to shield every single turn. And if players feel like they're stuck shielding, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. Because the decision making to shield or to do damage every turn with your cantrip spell is, I think, an interesting one that I like. I don't want to take it away because I'm worried that some players are going to feel forced into doing it. That to me feels like the World of Warcraft Master Looter problem, you know. And also, I think that a lot of the cases against my sort of initial design for the shielding mechanic are cases of power gaming, and I will never make something that power gamers will be happy with. So I don't need to worry about the power gamers. If that makes sense. The power gamers will never want to play my class to begin with, so I'm not going to worry about building for them, or I'm not going to worry about them possibly ruining or having a bad experience with the class. I still don't like this. We need to fix our coat. There we go. But yeah, we talk about that bit today as well.
PMO.
Wait. That's not the meta. You can't change the meta like this, Aduria. Like, I appreciate the bits, but Fairness Witcher C3 seem to be more young adult, which is not for us anymore. Oh, you think that's what it is? The new Witcher is basically just young adult? And I've never heard that take before. I kind of like it, actually. It's like comforting somehow. Okay, thank you, Aduria, for 100 bits. My brain just like is currently processing the file logs of which meta it's supposed to fit into. Sculpted a squiddling mini for the squidding wizard I played in Spelljammer game. His name was Spam Blabberbow. He had a complex about his love of brains. Look, I mean, we all gotta accept who we are. Even if it means that we accept our Lord and Savior, the Great Old One. Let's access to all feats, power sets, and completely breaking the game balance. You'll never win in Power Gamers. Yeah, and so like basically, here's how. I mean, just here's how the cantrip casting, just for anybody who's not aware, how this is gonna work. And where is it? Astral Sage. So here's how it works, just so we know. This isn't its full spell casting. This is just its access to cantrips. The Astral Sage cantrip. As you progress through the game, your cantrip, you get another d6 for your cantrip. Okay, for whatever you're doing with it. So you can deal. You can assign your d6s to any number of targets. So and make that many attacks basically. So when you are level 1, you have 2d6s for your cantrip, which is about on par for. It's a little bit less than, obviously like Firebolt, but it's better, and it's around where Sacred Flame is, I think. Thank you, Ranger, for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. So I'm going on averages here, right? It's a little bit better at the start, but it kind of tapers off and doesn't really keep up with Firebolt, and definitely doesn't keep up, or definitely is better than Sacred Flame, just a smidge. But you can deal 2d6 damage to a single target, or 1d6 to 2 targets. Then at level 4, you get an additional d6, so you can deal 3d6 to 1 target, or 1d6 to 3 targets, or 2d6 to 1 target, whatever. You can divide your d6s however you want. So by level 16 is where you have to look at it, because by level 17, wizards have access to an average of 22 damage with Firebolt. Clerics have an average of 18 damage through Sacred Flames, and this cantrip scales a little bit high at an average 21 damage. Now, you can also do that damage as shielding if you want. You can roll your d6s as shielding instead. So you can do up at level 16, you can spend your action to give an average of 21 points of shielding to a friend. The concern is that if you have access to shielding every single turn that lasts only until your next turn, that some players will feel forced into shielding every single turn. And I can't fully explain why, but I'm just not worried about that. It's like if you have if you can cast your Firebolt on an enemy, or choose to use that Firebolt to shield a party member, I don't feel like people are going to be stuck shielding the entire time. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not concerned that people are going to feel like they have to shield, like they can't ever do anything interesting, because like, oh god, my party's making me shield them every single turn just so I can shield the barbarian so he takes less damage. If you want to be a heal bot like that, I think go for it. There's lots of players that enjoy that gameplay. The players that play like Holy Paladins and shit in Warcraft. And I think that's fine for them if they want to. I ain't worried about it. And mainly, I think the closest example is the Barbarian that has the aura of shielding on it or whatever. For temporary hit points. And Thorkin said something about how they changed it because people felt like they'd have to shield with it every single turn. I don't know why I'm not worried about it. I feel like if you have the access to a level 16, your cantrip every turn, shielding does not feel like the thing to do. Does not feel like the right play in most situations. It feels like if you're anticipating a lot of damage or someone gets ambushed, you can quickly cast a shield on them. But it doesn't feel like just shielding your barbarian or your paladin or whatever every single turn is going to be the play ever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't have enough experience with enough people. Maybe, and the one place that I could sort of maybe admit that I am missing out on something here is that I have a different style of running D&D games. I don't play like modules and shit, so I haven't read any modules for like 5e or whatever. So I don't know if like combat's super damage heavy to single targets, and if you have a shielding bot on it, then suddenly you're unbeatable. Maybe that's the case, but I don't feel it. How you did the BBG adopt a goblin and make that eat a necklace of fireball? I'm running. Have you ever heard of Monster of the Week? Monster of the Week, like, do you mean the article or whatever? Shield's usually a reaction. Well, by shielding, I just mean granting temporary hit points. Granting temporary hit points to somebody in your party. That's all I mean by shielding. You can put a temporary hit point shield onto a party member that lasts until the beginning of your next turn with your cantrip. And the balance, like, it's not like I'm going to say, oh, you can choose to do it with D4s or whatever. I want to make the D6s that a person keeps with them, because, like, for their Astral Sage, part of their, like, core mechanic. I want everything to be based on, in cantrip casting, on D6s. Alright, bro, I gotta delete some of this under sketch here. Maybe we'll do the shield next, I think, on our boy. TTRPG? Oh, I thought you meant like, okay, yeah, I thought you meant like the article on, I forget what site it is. Would they do Monster of the Week? No, as far as the TTRPG goes, I've heard people mention it, but I don't have any experience with it or anything. I used to work at a game store, and I used to play a ton of different TTRPGs. But since I stopped that, since I stopped working there, I haven't really done much diving into like the TTRPG scene as far as what smaller creators are doing. Mostly because I'm worried about what my own work is going to look like in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. It's like hard to find time to look at everything else. But there's like so many recommendations for so many new RPGs that I feel like I'm never going to catch up, you know? It's impossible. Runs a lot of 2d6 systems, which I find really interesting. Really? Interesting. Monster of the Week. A. I also don't know how to word the Astral Sage casting, but I'll figure it out. Like all good D&D creators, I will figure it out. Except for the ones that don't. That rot into obscurity. Where their own projects fall into nothingness. Stuck in Kickstarter hell. Maybe when I open up commissions later in the month, maybe I'll just be stuck drawing like so much furry art that I won't be able to work on Eldara, and no one will have to worry about it at all. Which could happen. Hey, listen, man. This time around, I'm not turning down furry commissions, man. As long as people are willing to pay the modifier, so that I never have to post on my social media ever, no one has to ever know, I'll do them. I don't care. Everyone has a price, man. There are two kinds of people, two kinds of artists in the world. Artists who pretend they don't have a price, and artists who know what their price is. You can take another break, come visit me, and pause my peruse my TTRPG library. I could. Yep. Or we could just play Battletech Online. 100% stuff to find time to game when you are making art professionally. Yeah. True. I think I'm trying to force time to game right now a little bit more so. I realized that I wasn't playing games like at all. And I'm glad I didn't for so long. I'm glad I like burnt out so hard because I kind of needed to. I needed to push myself as far as I could. But now that I'm sort of like in recovery mode, I feel like I need to return to games a little bit. Problem is I don't know what games to return to. I was so convinced Diablo 4 would just devour my time. I was ready for it. I was ready to become a Diablo Andy. And I was worried that it wouldn't. And when it didn't, I mean, I could have seen that coming. But I feel like I didn't have anything after that. You know, any other plans? Because like anyone who knows me knows that I play Diablo games like a fucking fiend. But when I hit level cap, or not level cap, when I hit the story finishing, I looked at level cap and thought, eh. And I literally never logged into Diablo 4 since then. I even have the giant FU collector's edition that comes with the season battle passes and shit like that because my friend at Blizzard could get it for like $40 or whatever for me. So I bought the biggest version of the game. I have all of that paid for already. I'm just not using it. But Scaly Art asking for a friend, I'll do Scaly Art. Look, if someone pays me a 3x modifier, which is what my current like DMCA, working under DMCA, working under NDA, working under PDF, PDA, no. My current like NDA or commercial modifier is 3x. And if someone 3x's a character portrait for their own personal stuff, I'll do some furry or scaly shit. I don't care. I'll do it, man. I'm not posting on social media. I'm never showing it off. But I'll do it for someone. There are certain things I won't do. That ain't one. Have a valid point. There you go. This is week of productivity Baldur's Gate 3. Man, I want to play it. I hope it's not bad. Like, I really hope it's not bad. The one person's opinion, like the one like YouTuber social media game review website, the one person whose opinion that I trust on Baldur's Gate 3 that I like can align with their tastes in why they want to play Baldur's Gate 3 is a streamer called Soda Poppin', and he's really excited for it. So I think I'm gonna be excited for it. Because he fucking loved playing Divinity with his girlfriend, and I love playing Divinity with my wife. So I'm hoping that I love playing Baldur's Gate. You know? What's up, Midaga? They'd be allowed to show it off, though. They can show it off. That's fine. If it's for a large creator or somebody with a real like social media following, that's, you know, that's worrisome for me. But if it's just a person that has like their personal Twitter with their personal friends and stuff on their Twitter, that's fine. I don't care. It's never gonna get back to me like in any sort of major way. Like, I also don't accept commissions for anthros. You know why I don't accept commissions for anthro races in D&D? Because I get weird requests. The last time I've done a couple of anthro requests. I've done a person's like Aarakocra, they're like owl Aarakocra. I've done their like lizard man. I did a couple of stuff for them. I did a person who was like a turned into a cat monster thing, like a Jekyll and Hyde jungle cat edition type thing. And every time I posted that art on Twitter, I would get the weirdest DMs. And listen, man, I got nothing against the furries. If y'all want to be furries, like, hey, you know, don't let anyone stop you. It ain't my thing. That's fine. I love you anyway, but I don't want the weird attention that it gets me. So it's just when there's a lot of commission requests, when there's more commission requests than time to do them, I don't, you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. Stretch? All right. We gotta get our stretches in. What if someone hits you with a 6x increase? If someone hits me with a 6x modifier, considering how much would that be? So a character sketch, full color is, I think I'm gonna charge $400 for it. I think I'm gonna go down because I was charging $500, but that feels like a lot. I think I'm gonna charge $400, right? So that's like what? 4, 8, 12, $2,400. Man, the things I'll draw for $2,400 US, I'll do it. Free man's crazy high. Yeah, true. True. The request for loot stuff. I don't mind the request for loot stuff because I don't get a lot of it because I don't do anime style or like hard anime style. So I don't get a lot of people requesting loot shit. But I've done like I usually won't take projects with nudity because I can't post on social media because I just don't have that kind of social media brand. But if it's a project that I really like, I'll do it. Like I've done NSFW projects for people that I like can't show off on stream, can't show off anywhere, but it's like I like the project and it was done in a way that I thought was like fun or interesting or neat or whatever, so I did it. And like I said, I can't show it on social media, but it was like artistically or creatively fulfilling because it was a project I wanted to do. And like these are also people that are very easy to work with. Like I really am very tight about who I choose to work with because, you know, it's why I don't advertise prices on Twitter, because the average person that goes through a Twitter and looks at a commission sheet is looking for the best deal for the best perceived art. And I don't like working with those kind of people that often because it's very transactional, and you as an artist are less important than you as creative hands. And I spent a long time as a graphic designer being creative hands for people with a lot of money, and it's just not what I want to do. And like, thankfully, I'm very, very, very blessed as an artist that I have more people who want me to work for them than I have time to do that work. So because of that, I get to say, hey, this person's gonna be kind of difficult to work with, so I'm not going to. But because I have like, you know, 5 other people who want me to do characters for them that are like respect my style, that I want to work with me, that'll be fun to work with. Why would I work with somebody who's just transactionally trying to get me to do as much for them for as little as possible? You know, not charging enough. Most artists don't charge $500 to sculpt a full miniature, even though my background is an illustrator with emphasis on visual development. Yeah, I mean, that's us. A lot of artists need to charge a lot more, but it's hard. You know, I understand it because it's also it's hard when you're not getting any work to charge what your time is worth, because you know, artists get scared. Like I never like. I'm one of those artists that are just like, oh, you're you're lowering the bar, you're messing up, oh goddamn Fiverr artists. Because I get it, people are scared. So I never like artists charge whatever they feel like they can or should, and I think that's a very personal choice, and I try and leave that, like, whatever an artist chooses to charge is like between them and them, you know. Hell, there's artists that like the most amount of artists or the most amount for art that I have a friend that charges is about $10,000 for a piece, but she has like a big Twitter following and it's like really well known, so it's all subject to the individual artist. You're following what people will pay. But I said I can draw shit. Or wait, I can't draw shit, nor do I know shit about art. So who might tell someone how much to charge? Yeah. In general, I think artists should charge more. I mean, like, takes a lot of it. It's hard, takes a lot of courage, but like it requires some safety and being able to keep food on the table when you don't have clients. But at the end of the day, you'll be happier most times out of 10 because you don't feel like you're working for like minimum wage, especially if you're an artist that takes a long time to do what they do, you know. Then you don't feel like you've been scammed out of your time. It's very important to protect yourself as an artist and not work in situations or environments that make you lose your passion for art, because man, that's fragile, dude. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, I don't know a single person who is as like deeply ingrained in art as I am. Everyone I know is like, oh yeah, art was this awesome thing I wanted to do or whatever, which is like fine. There's not like there's like a moral authority of people who are like, I've always wanted to be an artist. There's people who were like 23 and decided, meh, I'll go be an artist. But what I'm just saying on the passion scale of people, it's like I never had another choice. I never had another option. But even I have felt my passion wane working with some people on some projects. And it's like, bro, it can happen to anyone. You must guard your passion like a fucking $1 million check. Because if you lose your passion over a couple $1,000s of bad projects now, you're losing out on a lifetime of art. 10K, I'm willing to pay for that for some when creating my mental image, but I don't have that much. Yeah, I mean, a lot of her. So she also like moved into NFT painting, and like she's one of the people that I sort of like look to, and I think of like how the NFT thing could have been done right, because she basically did digital art commissions people, and then they're like I want it minted as an NFT, and she's like, okay. But there wasn't like a crypto scam aside. Like there were a bunch of artists that tried to make NFTs that weren't part of the sort of crypto scam empires that got the same hate for making NFTs as if they were. And so she doesn't do that shit anymore because there's no demand for it anymore. But yeah, these people would pay her like thousands upon thousands of dollars to draw hot anime waifus. It's crazy. As an artist, you charge whatever you want for your time. If you want to charge $100,000 for a piece of art and you only want to work once a year because you only get one client, go for it. If you want to charge $10,000 and work for 10 people a year, go for it. You know? I will say one of the unintended consequences of charging more as an artist is that you remove a lot of difficulty to work with people. And I don't know what it is. I don't understand what the correlation is, but I have noticed the correlation of people who are willing to pay more, or people who are not willing to pay that much for art, which is not like, you know, you can pay whatever you want, man. It's not like it's not good or bad to pay a lot for art. It's just whatever you want. But people who are willing to pay more for art are generally easier to work with, and I don't know why. When I started charging more, I stopped working with people who are difficult to work with almost entirely. And it wasn't because I was like selecting more or being more selective. It was just I stopped getting asked to do stuff by people who were difficult to work with. It's so like there's something about it when your price goes up as an artist and people start like wanting to work with you. It's like people like respect you more. And so when you're like, hey man, I think this is a better design choice, they're like, okay, cool man, you're the artist. Like whatever, bro, whatever you think is a better design choice. Like I'm paying you to do this, so if you think it's better, let's go for it. It's such a different reaction than a lot of times when you're working with people who are at a lower price point are like, no, I want this, this, and this exactly done, blah, 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 blah. And it's so strange. I don't understand what the difference is in there, but there is a difference. There's like an inherent value of like your opinion. And I wonder if it's psychological. When you're paying more, you like assume there's more value. And when you're not paying that much, you just don't assume there's much value to it. I don't know what it is. But it's why I don't work with people on Twitter randomly. Why I don't have like my DMs open for just like any old person to walk in and ask for. Like people, the first thing they do is complain about my price if they ask for like randomly, for like a project, or at least they used to when my commissions were open. Like the people you want to work for are people who follow you, who know what you do, who like what you do, and just wanna be a part of it. Oh, that's a paragraph. Yeah, that's. I mean, standard rate is especially with things like Fiverr is really low. I just want to drawing my dream super yacht / ship, not even NSFW stuff. Yeah, there you go. I'll draw a ship. That'd be fucking sick. You know, it's the same for my profession of video editing / video animation. That's interesting. People want like 6 rounds of review. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I think maybe it is just respect of what you do. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But you definitely, in doing character design, you definitely get people who are more willing to see what you're like to work with you to create something, as opposed to just getting you to work for them. We're working on today. Working on nights, Steve. Working on nights. I wanted to finish these nights off, and I think this is gonna be maybe the July Patreon print, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of lore for it. And we're gonna write a whole bunch of cool background for our Sky Knights and finally get it down on paper. There's a YouTube video with a summary of the lore that I need to talk to my editor about. Fuck, I have to have a meeting with her. Shit. Keep being away or stuff. Maybe finding 3D printers becoming more common is making it harder to sell things at a price that's worth your time. Yeah, I think that like for a lot of modelers, the way to go for 3D printing is or for modeling stuff is like licensing. I mean, like Ella sells licensed 3D printing or like licensed 3D prints at her booth when she's doing conventions for her dice. For her Dice Guardians, those are all Cinderwing. You know, her Dice Guardians are the cheap 3D prints and makes a killing on are licensed from an artist named Cinderwing, and it's a sick business model. It's always like about adapting to whatever the current market is, you know. This tool like Hero Forge, those creators use to create mini designs quickly and cheaply. Yeah. Tell me when you've time, Evan. I'll message you my idea. I will make a post about when my commissions are open. I'll make a post first in Discord and then on Twitter. Or so in order, people I will tell. So I'm not. I don't have a waitlist or anything like that because it's too much to keep track of. In order of where I will post when my commissions are open. First on my Patreon, then in our Discord, then on Twitter. So if you want to catch any of those, you probably catch the Discord one or whatever. Then we can talk 100%. I'd love to. But yes, I will be hopefully opening commissions by the end of July. That's where I have a date in mind that I've already made a post for. That I've already scheduled the post for. So I have like a deadline that I need to finish my other projects before. And then I'm excited. I'm excited to do stuff for people again. It's been so long since I've been since I've taken commissions that I just, you know, I'm excited to get back into it. Get back a bit. All right, Aura, whatever you're doing, I wish you well. I wish you luck. I wish you bravery in these trying times. Unless you're just going to like go get a drink, in which case you require no blessings. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let's see as we strip away our alignment from our cloak. Let's see what remains. Let us see what remains. All right. Ooh, I forgot. I forgore. He forgore. There's all the pings for Discords. Well, I'll make it. It'll be one of the few times I at my Discord, so it'll be one of the very few. I don't at my Discord for almost any reason other than me being live. I respect deeply that people have my alerts for or notifications to my Discord turned on, and I don't want to ever disrupt that. There are some Discords though at their community because they're like ears itchy or whatever. I really try very hard not to at my Discord for any reason other than I'm live or there's an important thing, like really important thing, like my print store. But when my commissions are live or open again, I will make an at. Why does this feel wrong? What did the old line look like? Still wrong. Where are our old Sky Knights? Sky Knight. Layer visibility. I'll just copy the old one and hope it looks good. Now we redelete our old artwork. I just scared myself because I didn't realize I was on a copy layer. I thought I was actually just deleting the original. Okay, dude, that would have been bad. We're fine. Nobody Lacey asking how did Comic Con make a killing? Ella did fantastically well at the convention. She did so well, man. It was she hoped to just at the very least make back her booth. She didn't think that she would actually like, because right now Ella is in that stage of like a dice maker where she's like so not profitable. It's hilarious because she's had to buy all of her equipment and everything, whatever. And so her only expectations are only hope that she could pay back the cost of the booth and at least not go even further into debt to like herself or whatever. But she actually did pretty well and sold like more than 100 sets of dice. A lot of them were 100 like individual like sets or D6s or mini sets or chunks. So not like her big sets. She sold, I don't remember how many she sold, but she sold a lot of those. She got some commissions at the convention, which she delivered on, I think one yesterday or the day before, to a local in town. Yeah, I think she didn't realize how popular the commissions would be. I'm really proud of her because she's insanely good at what she does and she deserves it. And like so there were lots of other dice makers there. The thing that like dice makers keep telling her is that she has like this insane level of finish. Everybody's like, I can't believe you do all, because they'll like ask her like, oh, so what do you do for your dice? How long do you spend on this, that? What do you do with this or that? And so she'll talk like dice maker secrets and stuff with other dice makers, and they're always shocked. They're like, I can't believe you spend this much time on your dice sets. Like I can't fucking believe you spend like you do this or that for your dice. A big company called Norse Foundry, which does like mostly like metal, stone, and glass dice, like cool stuff like that. One of the people there said that her dice were like the nicest resin dice they'd ever seen. That was very flattering. So she's got a lot of people like super interested in what she does, and I'm proud of her. I think she deserves it. Like obviously, clearly she deserves it. She's put so much effort into it that it's hilarious to see like people finally seeing what like everybody has already seen in her dice. Like it's like obvious to her now. So but yeah. Well, yeah, she crushed it, man. She's a killer, man. It's so cool to watch her succeed, you know? She did push her hand so hard that she needs to like advance her surgery up months or years. But, you know, hey, it happens, right? You break your hand in the pursuit of dice making. It's all for the passion of it, right? All right. Okay. Our cloak. What do we need? We need to figure out what the Eldarian markings are going to be like. Do we just do more flourish, fancy filigree and shit, or do we do some pattern brush? Let's just do the flourishy stuff for now. Our Patreon's doing well. Yeah, man. Ella's impressing a lot of people. Why is dog growling? Wait, how long were you here, Yuna? How long have you been here? Just sitting on Ella's chair. Okay, doggy. Okay, I know. There's people outside working. It's okay. It's okay, Pop. It's alright, honey. Good guard dog. He is on alert right now. You know. Are you a good girl? You be quiet now? Maybe? Alright, we'll see. Okay. Good dog. I suppose Ella won't have any like spots for commissions or anything like that for the next month because she's gonna be in recovery. But after that, oops, there we go. After that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does. She's also experimenting with some like with 3D printing and modeling some stuff. She wanted to like figure out how to model some of my magic weapons and put them in dice. It's like pretty simple shit, just like extruding a 2D. But it's still like very advanced for somebody who's like a software engineer to figure out how to do, you know? Especially somebody who's not like artistic or whatever. Three D modeling is rough. But I have faith in her. If there's one thing about Ella, she just like learns how to do shit. She like almost has 2 completed engineering degrees, you know? She just makes things happen. So software side artistically, she'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. I ain't worried in the slightest. Okay. I don't want to do too much hatching here because I want to do a painted layer. So I'm going to do a little bit of hatching through the fur and through the cloak. But we're not going to do a super in-depth, like, deep explanation of detail and light when I know we're going to have a color layer coming soon. especially with like really dark places like the back of the shield. It's really kind of like hard to like plan for the color, since I don't usually do that with this kind of stuff. I usually like end it at the line work or at the hatching phase, which is like not a bad thing. It's just not what I'm used to, you know? Alright, that's not too much. That's fine. There's like a certain delicate touch I'm trying to take with these now. With this like new pencil tool brush that I'm using. How's it look? Zoomed out. That's okay. The main thing I'm excited about for the Sky Knights is sitting down writing that World Anvil article. I just renewed my like Sage subscription or whatever, and this year I'm actually gonna use it. I said last year. That or I just keep giving World Anvil hundreds of dollars of my money for no reason, but I'll actually use it. It's nice to have the Sage tier, just not to worry about stuff, you know? I don't actually know what like the basic plan like feels like or whatever. Maybe the shoulder piece needs to come out. No, never mind. Fuck it. I'm overthinking things. Okay, let's keep going on the armor. Where's my view? Oh, I need to move it. There we go. We'll finish the rest of the armor, and we'll get all those sort of nice sharp patterns in there. Maybe we'll take a break in a little bit and go do a Discord dive. One thing I like figured out about streaming during the subathon was the benefit of taking breaks to like give my eyes a rest, my mental energy a rest more often. Because usually when I'm streaming, I'm like trying to get through a project, right? I feel like it's like very unsatisfying to watch like the breaks in between, you know what I mean? But I realized how much more comfortable it is to do that, so. Also, need to clean my fucking monitor. Where is the shit? Where is it? Where is the garbage? Here it is. I found it. It might also be new nib day, I don't know. Hasn't been new nib day in a while, and I'm thinking maybe sooner. God, I can't wait to have a new Cintiq. I don't know when, but I'm hoping it's gonna be this year. All right, PogChamp. We're good. We're clean. New nib? No, I think we're good. Oh yeah, that's better. I think I forgot to do my monitor cleaning during my weekly clean this week because I was so distracted by having to go fucking camping. I think we've got one more trip planned this summer for a night, but we might cancel it, honestly. There's just so much shit to do this summer that taking a weekend off like that to go camping is a lot. You know, I think that camping is one of those things that like people like to do, like switch their brain off or whatever. It's very hard when you have like all this work to do or whatever. It's like I need to be like done and caught up with my work to be able to go somewhere to relax. I'm gonna go somewhere I want to like go and do something active. Something nib day? No. Darky, not today. Not yet. We've yet to have need for summoning the Ashbringer. I mean, the nib. Shit. Same thing. I might redo some of this as well. Some of this design. Alright. I think we need to do a Discord dive. I need my eyes a bit of a break from that. Do my art stuff, full day of non-artwork. Usually after my wife goes to sleep, sacrifice my night for art. Or yeah. Yeah, I dig. Alright. What do we miss in Discord? Let's see. Mr. Wiggles from earlier. Good shit. Let's see what art we missed. Finished work. What do we got? When was the last thing I saw? The map? Was that the last thing? No. Where's the last thing? Chroma Core prompt 1. What is this Chroma Core shit I'm hearing? Is all this like all these little peepos doing these Chroma Core things? I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm assuming some kind of like art event for some like large institution or YouTube or whatever is doing, but it's sick either way. I like the cards. That's cool. Prompt 2, inverted jungle forest. That's interesting. I dig it. Chroma Core is fun. What is it, Thorkin? Is it like a... Is it a thing that like some YouTubers done, or what do we got? Really like the design of this one. Otters. Studies, work in progress, and feedback. What are people working on? Where did we last see? This is Venus's Chroma Core thing, right? Random monster sketch? Damn. Schmeckle's popping off, dude. That's Schmeckle's, right? That's sick. I haven't done like monster sketching for Eldar in a while, bro. Took out the IRL media today. Wait, who's this? Fuck. I wish my... Why does streamer mode do this shit? Why does streamer mode have some people have their like their proper name on Discord and some people have this fucking dumbass letter? Like, what are these people doing that streamer mode decided that they need to, whatever. I don't know who this is, but this is sick. I kind of want to do more stuff in pencil recently. Like, I was thinking about changing my Patreon sketches for July to be pencil sketches. Yo, this actually makes me want to do some stuff in pencil. Pause champ. What do we got? What else we got? Composition practice. Okay. Gecko's so interesting, man. Spoilers for no clothes. Can't see anything though. A little work in progress my Faye. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I need to spoil that. Magic. Do you guys do this when you paint characters? Do you like to have a color palette that you design? I think this is cool. This is like very like animation industry. All hail the Nib, bringer, color creator of lines, and all hail the drafter of wonders and erasers and mistakes. Yeah, the Nib's trying, dude. Nib's putting some work. Cynics and a bunch of YouTubers / invitees. Temporary server, I think there was only over 300 participants. Oh, cool. It's Cynics' thing. They don't have a server nickname? Oh, what the fuck? Doesn't it just automatically assign you a server nickname? Expression studies. Good. You'd like to see it? We're gonna pog at the pogging orc. Graffiti. This is cute. Tipo Slav. Tipo Slavs. Which is your favorite? I think B really shows off the action. Pog. B. Wait, B. Peepo B. Okay, that's kind of funny actually. Probably good. C is the best emotion. Yeah, C's good. The reason I say B is because I feel like B shows off the like what is interesting about the cat? Nothing's interesting about the cat other than its size. It's a big cat. That's the whole point. It's like, you know, the way I see it is unless it's like a unless the design of the face is particularly intricate, it being zoomed in doesn't show the level of like sort of the size difference. If the size is part of the novelty, the big head doesn't really communicate that as well as seeing the figure together. I don't think, like in full. It depends on what you're going for, I guess. Yeah. If you're trying to show the emotion, then yeah, this is definitely the best. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I like it. Concept art and sketch of an Eladrin Blade Singer. Ooh. I like the braid. Braids are hard, man. I just had to draw this fucking braid. Where is it? I had to like retrain myself how to draw fucking braids for the piece I did for Bai Lung, for his like his piece that he won for this character, who I apparently made this character way younger than she should have been, which is hilarious. So whoops, but he liked it anyway. Where'd my Discord go? Oh, braids are hard, dude. I like this. This is good. The pout. That's good shit, man. I dig it. Pros of the sculpt. Ooh. I like the movement. That's cool. I like that. I'm getting like very, very reminiscent of like World of Warcraft Night Elf vibes in the best possible ways. A lot of those like high fantasy elf features I dig. skull for Kickstarter plan release. That's cool. Be careful about the no promo rule. Like sometimes this could get you hit by the mods. We were very strict no promo rule. So some of the mods are more zealous than others. So be careful about, like, yeah, whatever. Dice Goblin support group. Poor Caribou, man. Damn, Steel's popped off with Ella's sets. I think Steel wants some more sets from Ella as well. D&D memes. Alright. How's the fitness challenge going? How are people doing? I missed all the stuff from the last week. Zibsy, 10k walking day around the beaches? Where the fuck did Zibsy go on this, like, magical, like, Lord of the Ringsian adventure? God, Zibsy's so cool, man. Last week's progress in some butterflies. Holy shit. Wait, what kind of fucking camera does Venus have? What the fuck? You're slaying it, bro. Foggy walk on the beach. Oh shit. That's like 14 kilometers. God damn. You have to have gone on some kind of fucking Lord of the Rings quest with, or some shit with all of these locations. God damn, man. Like, this is so cool. I have an idea of where in the world this is physically, because Zibsy mentioned it at some point in time. I'm not gonna dock Zibsy's fucking vacation. But, like, I didn't know that area looked like this. God damn. What else we need to look at? Pets. Guapo with the goodest boy. Ella with the worst girl. Because she's a little gal, it's her first day, but mostly because she's adorable and lazy. Blaze needs to stop watching Fishy so much. I don't see any people blanket. This is disappointing. Ugh. That I don't want to break any no promo. Yeah, I'm just saying that some mods are more zealous about it. You know? Because a lot of people try and sneak stuff in. They're like, I'm not promoting, I'm just saying, you know, huh, man, if you wanted to find me, I guess you could find me at this, like, deviant, you know, it's yeah. It's a slippery slope that depending on the mod and the day, sometimes they don't have the stomach for. So I always just give people a little bit of a little smidge of a warning. So people get really butthurt if their stuff gets deleted. When Six, the artist running the Chroma Core, likes your art. Cynics liked it. PogChamp. One day I want somebody to care about me liking their art as much as Stargecko cares about Cynics liking their art. That's what I want, man. That's what I want for my life. All right, I will be right back. I am going to quickly go get a new water because I'm thirsty as fuck and it's hot as fuck up here. When I return, we are going to probably either continue the Sky Knights or maybe we'll work on one of the other portraits we have to do because we have a lot of work to do this week and a lot of concept art we need to get through to get some writing done for it. I don't know. There's a whole thing. So I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. All right, we back. We back. It's time. What's going on, Minako? Has been a while. It's been like a week. The hell? You've been busy. You've been crossing worlds, playing campaigns. Scatter. All right. You know, we never did our like elf bro that I wanted to do the giveaway for. Maybe we'll just make him part of an NPC library. Okay, I had a plan to make an NPC library, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I need some thoughts on this. A library of NPCs, portraits, that you can use for your game in the sketch style. I wonder if there'd be any usefulness of it. Do people actually need NPCs for shit? Because part of the reason why I'm unsure is that I feel like there's so many, like, this is one of those things that I feel like AI art, you know, that AI art kind of already does a bit better than artists. What do we want to do for him? Maybe we'll do them and see if people want it or not. Okay, what class? What class should we do? We just did a sword or a alchemist. We could do a caster. Caster would be cool. What kind of Eldar NPCs do I need? Caster, Astral Sage, Scholar. Let's try like that, more of a Wanderer. Feel. Be some kind of like caster vestments, tabard, something like that along those lines. This is the one thing that I wanted to do during the subathon that I didn't get a chance to, was these two characters. We got one of them done, but alas and unfortunately, nay not so for the second. What else? What else do we need for this? Problem with doing portraits is it's so like zoomed in that I feel like you don't get a lot of the character's personality, you know? I don't need NPCs, but having a portrait helps me DM. Gives me things to talk about, makes them feel important. That's what I'm thinking about. It's just like NPC portraits, right? That you can use for your game that's like part of the guild library. To create a whole bunch of portraits of various individuals you might encounter. Scholars, traders, merchants. Yeah. It's not bad. Maybe some kind of like a... cloak or something on this one. Maybe this guy is the merchant you meet in the Horizon game. Or sorry, not the merchant, the scholar you meet in the Horizon game. Oh. Could actually be an important NPC in Eldara. Let's see. I should have just kept the middle one and just made it part of the library. I hope that person who won the sketch is actually going to do something with it. Wait, why revolt? Oh, because no one did it? That's fair. I'll allow it. Look, man, I'm down for a good revolt once in a while. After all, am I not the one that started the revolt? Even though I'm the streamer. Did I not allow for the revolt command to be built? Okay. I want like a really large collar on this character. I don't know why. It's like an important feature that I'm having back in my head for this. Any thoughts on the stat rolling method I've heard about? Wait, what do you mean that you've heard about? The stat rolling method. 310, drop high and low and add an 8. That seems like it would create way too much like mid range. Isn't that Isn't that just everybody's gonna be mid as fuck? Cause like on average, isn't everyone gonna have like, you know, above 10? Like the average for that is gonna be around like 13-ish for your stats, right? Unless I'm missing something. I always thought that part of the point with rolling is that you didn't have average. Is that you're letting the dice sort of... It's like dropping the highest and the lowest seems really safe, if that makes sense. You know? Kind of like, what's the point? But maybe I'm missing something. Lowest possible is 9, highest is at 8 on 18. Yeah, that seems really weird that you would like force a 9 as the lowest. Yuna, you ready to get kicked out? Ready to be kicked out of the office? Okay, let's kick you out of the office. Okay, Yuna, come on, puppy. Let's go. Good girl. She was so excited. She thought we were gonna play. She was so confident there was gonna be plays. There's the whole new Twitter drama saga with change to X. The Sesame Street is trolling about it. I like it. Is this a permanent change or is this like a temporary thing? So I saw people trolling about it on X this morning. When I opened it. Is it a permanent change or are they just doing a meme thing for a little bit? Just so I love it. Change it up. Let's see what they got. Muskie's for real, but really didn't think it through. Maybe, I don't know. I dig it. Change it. Get rid of Twitter. Get rid of the blue bird. It's out. X gonna give it to you. I'm also, keep in mind, Jacob, I'm not like as mad at Elon Musk as the rest of the internet is. I think he's funny. Like I'm not so invested with the systems of the world like Twitter as to be offended when somebody comes in and just like shakes it and then like dumps it out all broken. I'm not so invested that you know. Ella, can you come get Yuna? She's just like crying at the door. I think she's very sad that I kicked her out. But I don't want her to sit there just crying and being unhappy. He doesn't own most of the X-Base trademarks. It's not even owned by him. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. You know what I posted in guild chat? In guild chat, like on Discord. Well, I don't know. I haven't been there. We just did our Discord dive. I'll have to go check in a bit. I don't know yet. Sometimes I feel like Elon Musk just bought Twitter to slowly sink it for the meme. And if that's the case, I think it's hilarious. Looking to sketch out one of the year foremost to Liam O'Brien. Oh, sketch one of the year. Oh, like the print? I mean, it's your print. You can do what you want with it. I don't know if Liam O'Brien will give a shit. I'd be like, who's this no-name artist, man? I don't know. I like Liam. He's cool. He's one of my favorite personalities in the recent celebrity D&D space. I enjoy him quite a bit. Well, if you do, I hope he likes it. Not offended, just another onlooker from the side. What, Ella? Why'd you let her in? Yeah, but. Oh, okay, sure. 1 second. All right. Yuna's happy, taken care of. 4% of your results on middle D is gonna be like 13 to 15, which is 13 and 14 being most common. Depends on the type of game you want to play, but it works. Yeah, it works. It's just I don't. It seems like does your average D&D player, do you think, is it like traumatizing to have like a negative stat? I feel like people are trying to make the game more like stat. I don't know what the right word is here. Like stat homogenous? No. What's the right word here? Anyway, the end point is that it feels like a lot of people are intolerant of taking a negative in a stat, you know? But I always thought the negatives and stats was like part of the charm of playing a character that was like not this like god mode power fantasy. I suppose it comes down to what happens when you fail a roll. Are you disappointed, or does the story continue? I think a lot of people get very disappointed when they fail rolls, and maybe that's kind of what drives systems like that. I probably would never use a system like that, like D10, 3D10, drop highest, lowest. Everyone's gonna have 13 to 15. That variance seems too little to me for like interest. But I always make my players roll stats whenever I play games. I don't let them do stat buys unless I'm like just doing a throwaway bullshit who cares game. If I'm doing any sort of like a real game, always make my players roll unless they really throw a hissy fit and they want to use a point buy, in which case I'll let them and I'll say it's no big deal, but then I'll keep it in the back of my mind that they threw a hissy fit, and then that'll ostracize them from future games. And the next time we finish the game, I'll be like, okay, cool, well, that was fun. They'll be like, oh, right on, see you next game. I'll be like, yeah, man, see you next game. But I won't actually invite them for the next game. And they'll find out later that there was a next game. And they're like, well, hey, I didn't hear about it. I'm like, oh, geez, sorry. I guess we just got full. I don't know. There's like a lot of people that wanted to play. So I tried to invite who I could, but I'll get you on the next one, all right? But I have no intentions of ever playing with them again because they were a little whiny bitchy baby over it. But they don't know. But I don't care enough to actually have that awkward social interaction where I tell them that they're a little bitchy whiny baby about their stats, right? And I've already just written them off completely. So that's the way I handle it. I don't know how other DMs handle it. But if a player really wants to play 2-point buy, I'll let them. But I usually make my players roll for all their stats, and then I say there's a minimum you need to achieve. Like, I don't... Like, I forget the minimum is, like 70 something or whatever. I have it written down. But it's like, if your stats don't total that minimum, then I let you re-roll. And sometimes I'll do fun stuff where I let them add like 1 to the highest or 2 to the lowest or whatever. Sometimes some random shit like that. That, fuck. Damn it, it's off. Anything to keep them on their toes, man. First, I have players that have negative stats, but they use it for RP as a weakness. Yeah, I think that's fine, right? There's a lot of people in 5th ed that like can't tolerate the idea of having a negative stat, but I think it's it's a fantastic storytelling tool. You negative a roll with it, you're fired. You're fired from all puns, Blaze. I'm sorry. Give Thorkin the book back. More fun with RP than power gaming. Yeah, that's true. Now, Dave, have you ever had an opportunity to play with a power RPer? Or, as I like to refer to them, a novelist. Power RPers are an entire, like, breed of individuals. That no one is ever ready to play with a power RPer. But they find you, you know? What do you mean? I roll 3d6 and live with it, or sometimes die with it. Look, 3d6, no drop below. 3d6, man. Between 3 and between 3 and 18. Most of my players would be considered power RPers. Oh, I mean power RPers. Like people who power game, but for RP. You know? Power gaming, optimization, but just for RP. The same rules lawyer at edge that you get from a power gamer, but from RP. Players who actually keep notes. Can you fucking believe it? Do your DMs require you to keep your own notes, or do they fill you in if you just don't have notes for things? Because I'm thinking about starting a new policy of not filling my players in for anything. And if they don't have a note for it, they don't remember it. Is that cruel? Or is that like a modest way of handling your table? Enjoyed Blaze's pun? I know you did. I enjoyed it too. In the old days, certain stats had to be a certain number or higher for specific characters. You had to have a 15 wisdom to be a cleric, for example. Yeah, you did. You had to have like Like also in the prestige class, like leveling or prestige class era of D&D, when you leveled into your prestige class, you had to have those minimum stats that sometimes you couldn't start with, so you had to have like certain items or whatever. Or yeah, it couldn't be dumb cleric, man. You had to be a certain. I think you would need to have like a 14 strength to be a barbarian. I don't. Yeah, cleric around 15. That seems higher than I remember it, but that might be earlier than 3.5. What was it in 3.5? It was like a ranger. You need like 13 or 14 dex or something like that. I was offered a reroll on my strength, but I wanted to try a big negative. Did you get some cool RP out of it, Minako? Official hardcore stat rolling tiers 46. It dropped the lowest. 3d6 choose your stats. 3d6 in order. Yeah. You just gotta live with what you rolled, Cobalt. Totally fair. If my players don't remember shit happens in game, I make them roll history checks. Really? Damn. We need a new check, because I like the use of a history check for historical events. I think like a history check, I think it's being too generous in some ways, because you could say I've trained in history, so I know lots about history. Yeah, well, I've got lots of people who know lots about history, but don't remember what their fucking, mom's birthday is. All right? I think we need a memory check. Yeah, I think a general memory check is like, I think that's what's in order. If you don't have notes, you got to roll memory check, and it's like a really high DC for some stuff. Oof. But the problem is I've let them get away with murder, as far as I'm concerned, with not remembering stuff. It's sometimes though, like they're like, "Oh, what are we doing in this town?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You guys came here last week. You guys were playing. What do you mean? Oh, but that was like 3 weeks ago. What are we doing in this town again, guys?" It's like, do I let them just pack up and walk, just like go back to the capital city? The players just get there in the game, they forget. So the characters, they like go to the town. They're like, guys, what are we here for? Shit, no one remembers. All right, I guess let's go back to the capital. So they spend another week traveling back to the capital, only to have their like guild patron be like, "Did you bring me the amulet from the mayor? Did the magistrate gift you the amulet? What did you have to do to get the amulet from the magistrate?" And they're like, "Ah, fuck. Okay, guys, we got to go to the town. But no, when we get there, we have to remember why we went there to begin with." Like I'm gonna be such a curmudgeonly asshole about it with this next game that I start, because I'm starting a game pretty soon. Okay, because I agreed to play with two people, or two groups. One group I agreed to play a small Horizon campaign with, a little bit of a playtest thing, whatever. The second group were some other like friends, colleagues, whatever, that I did a game completely different in Eldara, completely somewhere I've never talked about before. It's like a total dev game. What's going on, Ian? And I'm thinking about starting a campaign with a much larger group for my next like main campaign, inviting more or less whoever wants to come, but being like very like, you got to keep notes about it. If you don't remember where you're at or what you're doing in this town, bro, are you kidding? And I'm going to see how this larger group fares. And I hope it does well, because I really want it to do well. I really want to like have a larger D&D game where we're not beholden to 1 or 2 players being here. The problem is when you play with like 3 to 4 people, if some of your players aren't there, it's like, well, I guess you're not playing tonight, But you're playing with like 5 to 6. Oh yeah. Oh, you can still play games. So remember, made an orc bard magic girl. I mean, that's pretty good. Full orc, not even half. Mom's birthday, DC 25 memory check. Yeah, what do you give as a bonus to memory? How do you let your players roll memory? You do it a few times and they quickly start taking notes? Maybe. I have one player that is a habitual something else doer while playing D&D. They're always doing something else while playing D&D, and then they never remember. And I'm like, hey, are you taking notes? They're like, oh, well, I thought so-and-so was taking notes. Right? Maybe so-and-so wasn't. Maybe you were supposed to take notes the entire time. Like, do you guys have note takers in your groups? Or do you have, like, does everyone take their own notes? I think everyone should take their own notes. But I kind of respect it if some groups are like, yeah, we'll just have, like, these two people take notes. Or, like, I'm fine with, like, the dividing of, like, the party stash inventory. The problem is who's carrying it. If they have, like, a caravan or whatever and someone is managing the inventory for that, I get it. Did you dump stat? Yeah. I'd make them do it, and I'd make them trek back real hard, build better players instead of them being lazy. True! Holy shit! It's my hot take. My players have gotten better over the years for it. Tough love. Yeah, for real. Actually, so I never rubbed it in their face or anything, but my players completely missed out on a quest in the last game they played because they forgot that they were going to do it. And they've never brought it up again. But they stopped at this like rune site in the Relic Coast. They stopped at this rune site and they had this whole like basically this quest where they like met up with this guy who was helping families get out of a certain like war-torn area of the Relic Coast. And he was like, hey, if you want to work for me and you want to like help like the Relic Coast out, you can go kill this person. That'd be great. This like evil pirate. And the party was like, great, let's go do that. And he's like, cool. And then also I'll need some help like getting like basically like moving this orphanage out of this like city. You know, right? They've got like these like 30 kids and like a couple people like the whoever, I forget the word for people who work there. But, you know, they're like caretakers and stuff. We need to get them all out of this city. Can you help us with that too? And the party's like, awesome, cool. It's like, all right, well, I'll have the details for that later. Let's talk about it at some point. And my party forgot about it. They forgot about that quest completely. They never brought it up again. They never remembered. And so they got to the city and they just killed the pirate and just kept going. I was like, okay, sure. And I don't think any of them remembered. They were not a no. I mean, they did remember that they'd forgotten something. They were like, what do we forget? I thought we were supposed to do something else. Weren't we supposed to do something before we left the camp? Yeah, maybe. But they don't remember what. And I never brought it up. Why wisdom is dumb stat for people? Perception runs on wisdom. True. I love wisdom. You'll see something that is there before they can Smork smash. Smork not need wisdom when Smork have gnome with wisdom that tells you where to Smork smash. Dabu. So I guess I have, in some cases, given my players a little bit of a rougher time here and there. When they've forgotten stuff, but I've never like, it's never been anything like really dangerous or detrimental that they've like missed out on. I'm hoping that in a larger group it'll build a culture of like note taking more so. That's a bunch of rogues coming for them, yeah. NPCs be like, never hiring those guys again. No, actually, the guy who they were like doing the work for was a little bit like mad about it, just a smidge. And so there was a chance for them to meet him later, and I just passed up on it because I was like, this guy would be kind of like miffed that they just like dicked him or whatever. So I'm gonna have him not like appear to the party right now, because even if he was in this town at this point in time, he was supposed to like talk to them again. I'd be kind of miffed, because not that they didn't do the quest, but they agreed to meet later that day and then just bailed or whatever. Depends on if you want consequences to non-actions. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like punish them or whatever for just deciding not to do something necessarily, unless they commit to it in game to somebody, and then that person's committed to it. So it's really just the fact that they told them that they'd be there and then didn't. Dicks. We'll make him something other than elf. Half elf, half something. You know? Half elf, half... Oh god. I don't know what. I don't know what else, bro. What besides elves are like these fucking mystical scholars? Could have gone full Anakin off stream and then given news about it later. Oh no. No, I can't do that to the orphanage. I can't order 66 of them. Come on, man. You've seen the YouTube reactions. You know how people have emotional damage over that? To be fair, if I ordered 66 at the orphanage, most of my players would have just laughed. Like, damn, man. Sucks to be sand people. Fuck. Sucks to suck, I guess. Although I do feel bad sometimes when our notes are different. Like when you have a player that's like really trying hard to keep notes, and they're like, hey guys, I have it written down that we got like 3 rubies, 2 sapphires, and 12 pearls. And I like glance down at my notes, I'm like, nope, that's not what's in that bag. Nope, but you tried really hard to keep notes, so trauma bonding. I'm not trauma bonding my players, all right? If they get any more trauma bound, they're gonna start like reading each other's live journals and posting on Tumblr again. God, man. Trauma bonding is fine until somebody makes a Tumblr. Then it's over. You made it to the start of the stream. Was snoozing. Nap was nice. Venus, I'm jealous. Summer naps are the best. I liked your graffiti piece, Venus. It was very colorful. All right. You know, we'll do like markings or something, like Astral Sage markings or something on his little sash thingy that he's got over his shoulder. Like, God, I wish I had an Eldari alphabet set up. I don't have a full one written down, so I don't really know what to do with the runes. I mean, I could just invent some runes, I guess, and put them on his. For reverse order 66, the kids now attack any adventurers. They're like just lost boys up in the trees, just throwing sticks and shit. Damn. Legit question number 2. I know it's crazy. When you think of running a session, does your brain go into video game mode when designing? What is video game mode here? How does that work? Because maybe, what if my brain does go to video game mode and I have no idea? What does that look like? Video game mode. I'm intrigued now. Yeah, screw it. Let's do some runes. Let's do... maybe not like Astral Sage runes, but we'll do like a couple of like Elvish runes from Ashasari. piece was sick. I'll print a prop-sized version of my Master Bladesinger sword so I can put the Bladesinger Oath in my scroll work for the blade. That would be actually sick. Yo, print it big. Let's see it. We generally start with when you sit down and plan a session, very first thing, or maybe like 3 things. Oh, I kind of plan where I'm trying to get my players, as far as like what the main narrative looks like. Where it's like, all right, they're sitting down to go to like talk with this NPC soon. So I kind of want them to be at the end of the session. I want them to have had this conversation, and I want them to have been introduced to this NPC. And then I kind of just sort of think about like filling in the in-betweens with like what would make sense to me in the world. Things I don't do a whole lot of like planning in sort of the traditional way that a lot of DMs do, where they like sit down and they'll like plan out their tables and their counters and whatever else. For me, a lot of it is easier if you think about how the world works and you build the world. Then all you have to do is kind of like imagine the world functioning as it would. If that makes sense. And if your players are here in this town, what are the dangers? What are the threats? What are the cool things? So it's less about planning a session, more about planning a general sort of like plot narrative. And if my players get there in one day, that's awesome. And if not, then that's okay too, I guess. I think a lot of DMs are like that though. But I don't think I do very detailed planning and notes. I improvise most of what I do in D&D. Because it's just easier for me like that to not get stuck in one path. Like deviations are then a lot more easier. If I have everything written down, then I like deviating is harder. But I don't know how most D&D DMs do it nowadays. That was like very weird to not plan that much back in like when I was working at a game store days, like even early 5th edition. But I don't know how people do it now. What sort of the meta is. I don't know. Where do you start, Dave? Do you start with like an endpoint, or do you start with like events? You build like regionally where they'll find in this area, that sort of thing. Kind of. It's like you know, every once in a while I have something that I really want to like include in the game in some way or another. Like I really want to include a battle or a monster or an NPC or conversation, but a lot of it's just like reacting to how the players, where they go, what they do, and then trying to figure out where they are in the world and what likely events are going to happen. And then for major plot points, I guess those are a little more thought out, but not more so than just what the endpoint is. Like honestly, I have built encounters or I've had dungeons where I didn't know what was going to be in the last room until the moment the players open the door. Which is like responsible or irresponsible depending on how you look at it, but it's like sometimes forcing it doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Because then maybe the risk is that you don't ever do anything like super cinematic or truly meaningful. And sometimes you risk having a dud or a flop. But there's just something about it that I like. I don't really know why. Like when I did the one-on-one thing with Ella and Fishy, I didn't have a single thing written down or planned out. I didn't know what the stats were going to be of the enemy, of the last boss, like the villain, before I asked them to roll initiative. When I asked him to roll initiative, I glanced down at my note paper and I wrote down the AC, the HP total, the +1 attack, and 2 attack ideas for what it would do. Right? So it's like, I didn't even have that built. You know? Everything is improvised, and I don't know, it's just comfortable like that. Maybe most DMs are like that now. I don't know. What level of improvisation versus planning a lot of people have. Used to write everything back in 2E. Yeah, that's a long time ago. 2E was even before my time, and I'm fucking ancient. Start the climax of the session and build the scenes backwards and improv everything else from encounters and magic items. That's sick. Like, yeah, it's kind of, you just sort of think about what like makes sense in the moment, and it kind of, it's almost like I feel like you never really know what's gonna go best in any one given moment until you're there. You know? Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's not a good way to do it. But I feel like you're very connected, or if you're very connected or in tune with your players and your game, depending on the way your brain works, you don't necessarily need to have. So it's like, yeah, by that climax, it's like that end point of like, I want to have the big fight or the big whatever or something by the end of the session, and whatever they do in between now and then is like, I don't know, man. We'll see what they do. I dramatically tell them that they awaken to the smells of the inn in the morning. That the air seems a little heavier this day. There's a dark aura across the town. And the morning is yours. What do you want to do? See what they fucking do. I don't know, man. Alright, we need some Elvish scripting here now. We've got our basic runes. Do more world building and counter planning nowadays. Yeah, if it's like a very important counter, I'll do some counter planning, but often not, you know. Try to hyper focus on immersions. Most of the planning goes in the details, smell, sights, etc. Try and think of it from a POV perspective. Yes, exactly. So that's the reason why I liked playing D&D in the first place, Dave. When I first started playing in like junior high or whatever, it's because it helped me be a better painter. You think about all the details that makes for a game immersive. And the more you put the players into the wherever they are, the more they'll give you an honest reaction to whatever they're doing is going to be more I don't know, what's the word? Authentic, I guess. How they'll interact with the game. And then when your players are being super authentic about how they're interacting with your game, I feel like it's very easy to just respond. Like, all you're doing as a DM at that point is responding to your players. And that's real cozy. That's easy to settle into, because if you know your world well, if you've built your world and you know the way that it works, you know the systems, you know how things happen, you have a good idea of the organizations and the people and whatever else, then all you have to do is respond to your players. The more world building you do, the less like actual campaign planning, I feel like. But that might not account for people who do a lot of campaign planning and world building. I don't know. There's no right or wrong meta. The other day, as long as players have fun, who cares? Yeah, I mean, try and tell that to D&D YouTube, but look, man, D&D YouTube is very convinced that there is a right and a wrong way. You know, have you ever searched on YouTube like those like 10 signs you have a bad GM videos? Man, there's a right and a wrong way to play this game. Holy shit. It's like, God forbid I ever do anything that makes it into a comment on a Ginny D video. Holy shit. That's how you know you fucked up. Is if you see one of your players on Reddit leaving comments on a Ginny that make it into a Ginny D video, you know you fucked up, bro. Get off D&D social bullshit. It's fucking with your chi. I love it. I love it. I love being on the outside of it, Dave, and not really like I love like looking in. You know? It's like looking at it's like going to the zoo, you know, and you like look through the bars and you're like, why is that chimpanzee shitting in its hand and throwing it at another chimpanzee? Who knows? But you can't take your eyes off it. You're like, I must be here for it. The design was an illustration, and the theme is herding the cats. The idea is required. Wait, all required skills I don't possess. Venus, that's why you gotta just, you know, stretch and pretend like you can do it anyway. Oh, is that why Stargecko did a big cat? Man, y'all are taking the Chromacore thing serious. I'm impressed. I gotta figure out how to do a challenge people take seriously. Like that. Maybe I should like study up on this Chromacore shit. Played a game with a new DM this weekend. You made a ton of shit up and I loved it. That's awesome. Bro, I love being there to see new DMs doing new DM things. You know? Especially DMs that don't like, you know, one thing, the worst things I can recommend for a new DM is that like that you look up tutorials on how to DM. You know, I think that that's one of the worst things you can do as a GM is worry about it. But like what, like, oh God, what if I do it right or wrong? It's like, no, bro, you're going to do it. And it's going to be your experience and it's going to be fucking awesome. Either way. All right, attractive elf man. What else do we need? Oh, right, our wispy runes. That's fair. She just makes me mad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I used to get more bent out of it when D&D was a lot bigger, and like I had a whole lot more new people coming to my channel, and you'd have like every day there'd be somebody who like comes from D&D YouTube or D&D TikTok or whatever with all the D&D YouTube and TikTok opinions, and they pop into chat, and I'll say something like super triggering to them. Like D&D is a war game, not a collective storytelling game, and just see somebody lose their absolute shit. You know? Like just say some basic Matt Colville take or whatever. And that was always that was a good time. Cuz it's like then you can talk about the real shit with your D&D. Once you like, I don't know. Not like cleanse or purge your chat, but no, it's fine. I just think it is a little ridiculous, the like level of adherence to like the metas that but I get it. When you have a hobby you love, you want to just read more about it, you want to see more about it, you want to listen to things about it. I get it, I dig it, I understand it. Mind you, used to play 40 years ago in first edition, only recently got back to homebrew improv rules. He threw the game, through the game was a lot of fun. That's awesome. I love homebrewing and improvising rules as well. I will do that all the time in my games, and I that's the spice for me for D&D is improvising the game mechanics as well. The only problem is you need to have players that trust you. If your players don't trust you and they think that you're gonna like make things like strangely harder for them or whatever, you know, then it's like, okay, well that doesn't work. A pretty big creator told me you can't do that when talking about running the game, so I kept on doing it. What was it that you were doing specifically? What could you not do, Dave? What were you not allowed to do? What were you forsaken from? And look, you're allowed to name drop Mendari. It's fine, okay? You're like, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. We got jokes. It's jokes. Okay, chill. All right, relax, guys. Calm down. No, it's fine, man. She would never. It's a big creator. Oh, God, it hurts. Oh, I felt that from here. It was like secondhand sting. Oh, God. Ah. I gotta blow on it. Holy shit. Okay. All right, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. That's good. We're fine. It's fine. I'll recover. I'll be okay. Carry on. I dropped some Wait, drop Snapchat. Wait, what? Feels dumb to send everyone pictures of my roof daily when I don't actually talk to them, basically any of them. Oh yeah, dude, you Venus, whenever like look, social media, certain social medias are great when you have certain groups of friends, but once that group of friends or whatever like stops engaging or whatever, you gotta dump that shit, bro. Free yourself, Venus. What were we even doing that you weren't allowed to do, Dave? Because you know what my biggest take is on that like ostracizes me from I feel like popular D&D is that your character, if they're in the game, they're up for a potential death. You might die, man. You go fight a dragon, sometimes you get eaten. Like it just happens. But I didn't realize it was such a hot, like a contentious subject until somewhat recently. I feel like it's come up more and more when I've seen more of these opinions in chat, in my chats and others, about like, bro, you can't kill off a character. Someone like spent so much time thinking about that character. You can't just kill him off. What if they put time and energy into the character? What if they don't want their character to die? Well, I don't know. Did they do something that got a really bad roll multiple times, failed multiple skill checks, made a poor decision that then got their character killed? Well, yeah, but you still can't kill him off. They say it was okay. So, yeah. I'll never be popular D&D or popular D&D crowd. Not so long as I'm willing to kill your characters off. Never had friends in Snapchat. My classmates just pressured me into making one. Oh, delete that shit, Venus. Get out of here. They said I had to follow rules. Spells rules is written to a T when it comes to area of effect, which I don't like if the player wants to use it as a line rather than a cone. Like, relax. My priority is to make the players feel awesome. Letting your players AoE in a line instead of a cone. I sympathize with the spell working a certain way, but if you as the player can tell me how it works in a cool way that you want to modify your spell, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I dig it. Must have missed something while I was actually working instead of what I usually do when Evan's on. That's fair. Was he drawing Endrick's little brother? No, we're drawing that other NPC that I didn't get to do on stream. My stupid subathon ended too soon. What an embarrassment. Your subathon ending too soon? My subathon only went for like what, 4 days? Bro, streamers my size get to subathon for 4 weeks. And I was live for 4 fucking days. What a humiliation. But we didn't get to do it. So I wanted to draw the character still. I don't think we'll do it as a character adoption. I think I'll just do it as an NPC for one of my games or whatever that I put up in the guild hall for everyone. But yeah. We need to draw ourselves a little scholar boy. Somebody looks like he got an A in math class. I assume that's a good grade. I don't know. I'm not American. We use percentage here in Canada. I never understood the letter grades and I refuse to. Y'all assigning letters to numbers when y'all already have numbers? What the fuck's wrong with you? Oof. Okay. Here's a little broachy boy thing going on here. His pin, his identifier. Shit, I don't know. A is for awesome? Okay, my bad. You're right. I should have known it was that simple. If only it was that obvious to me when I was younger. I would have been so mad that my university decided to use letter grades. Like, you have to maintain at least a B+ average or else you might get kicked out of the program. And I'm like, great, what's a B+ average? Well, it's a B+. Okay, but like, what grade is that? Well, it's above a B, okay, and it's like below an A minus. Okay, but what is a B plus in like real numbers? I still don't know what a B plus is. I don't know what any of these numbers are. I don't know what an A plus is. I don't know what fucking G is or whatever. But it starts Shadow Dark RPG, lots of character deaths there. That's yeah, but isn't that like Dark Souls, the RPG? With a name like Shadow Dark, isn't it like is the trench coat mandatory if you're playing Shadow Dark, or is it just like encouraged? And like, no hate, man. I played Vampire the Masquerade when I was in high school, so like I know about a thing or two about wearing a trench coat to your D&D game. Or your RPG game, sorry. B is for barely adequate. C is for come on, dude, you have to try better. B is for Borgir. C is for C4. D is for double burger. E is for extra sauce. F is fantastic. C is for constructive criticism desperately needed. All right, so I'm gonna look at the actual letter grades and see what this actually looks like. What letter grade to percentage? Let's see, what is it? So, okay. So an A plus is 90 to 100, really? This is from the Canadian University Grading System. A is 85 to 89%. A minus is 80 to 84. B plus is 77 to 79. What the fuck? Why is it only 2 percentages? This doesn't seem right. GPA seems good. Is there no A plus in GPA? Oh, 4.3. Okay, this seems right. So A is 95 to 100. A minus. Okay, so what's a B plus? A B plus would have been an 87 to 89%. They wanted me to get an 87 to 89% in university. Are you kidding? Do you guys want me to show you the hack for art school? I'll show you the hack for art school. Where can we do it? Right here. Get a red pen. So, when you go to art school, why am I using a pencil? What the fuck? There we go. Oh, my keyboard's not working. Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. So here is where they want you to get your grade. They desperately would like you, the art school, would like you to be right in here. Okay? They want you to be right here. I can't control Z because my keyboard isn't working. Now, here's the trap. This grading system will get you nowhere, because with these grades they represent one question, and that is, who asked? And you might be wondering, who asked, Evan? The art school wanted me to get good grades. Who asked? Certainly not video game companies. Certainly not production companies. Certainly not anyone looking to hire freelance artists. What do they care about? What do actual companies care about? Actual companies care about portfolio. And so, if you get an assignment and you're like, if I complete this assignment, I'll spend 40 hours on it, and it's going to be not useful as my portfolio. Here's an example. I had an instructor come in for one of my illustration courses, and she uses children's book author, and she said, hey, you guys are all going to create a story in the children's book style, okay? And it's going to be a story, and it's going to have characters, and it's going to have plot and development, and it's going to show all that through the art. Now, the problem is that we all want to go work for video game companies. And so nobody at any video game company cares about that unless you go to some indie whatever who asked dev. Which, if you want to go work for the indies, that's fine. I get it. You're already wearing the scarf. You're good. But if you want to go work for real video game companies, okay, real microtransact-laden, artistic integrity, corporation-owned video game companies where the real art happens, here's where you want to be. Right here. This is where you get your 100K a year. Because you take the assignment that would be an A, and instead of doing children's book, you drop down, you say, but I'm going to do it, except instead of children's book style, I'm going to do it in, like, let's say, concept comic book. And you tell your instructor, you're like, hey, if I do this in a different art style, what would that represent as far as letter grade decrease? If they're like, I'm going to bump you down 3 whole points. If you got a B+, you'll be getting a C+. The correct response is, okay. And what your instructor is going to do, he or she is going to get that big red pen, and they're going to write on your assignment, A-, but F-U, so, B-. And they're going to think that they got you. They're going to think that you could see that A- grade and say, oh no, I could have gotten an A- on this course. I could have gotten an A- in this class. And I ended up getting a B-. Oh, phooey. But your portfolio will thank you. And your career will thank you too. Because the biggest scam anyone could ever sell is that art school grades matter. Your art school portfolio matters deeply. Your art school grades don't matter. You know what doesn't matter is the fact that my fucking keyboard doesn't work. Actually, did I just need to hit a different button on it? Did that work? No, it didn't. Why is my keyboard not working? Do I plug it in? Let's try plugging it in. Let's see what happens. Let me turn it off. Power. Is it the power? I shit you not, it stopped working. No. Oh, God, I think I have to restart my computer. I think I have to restart my fucking computer. I'm good. Now for indie games, wait, can I vape and ride around an e-scooter instead of going to school? Oh, if you want to work in indie games, yes. Yeah, no, if you want to work in indie games, the worse you are at art, probably the more likely you're going to get to in. If you're wearing the scarf. The scarf's important. I have not met a single indie dev artist that wanted to be in indie games that did not wear a scarf. Now, you can make good money in indie games. You just have to go to, like, barely indie games. Okay? Like, indie games is like 3 guys borrowing money from one of their moms. Okay? Indie-ish games are like small studios that aren't owned by Activision. So it depends on what you want, really, to, you know. Farmers oh, you shop farmers markets. Oh, okay, yeah, you're in. You're in. Yeah, if you drink kombucha, you're basically guaranteed. All right, let's try this. Please do restart for me. All right. right? There's light. And that's still dead. What the fuck? Ah, what the hell? What did I just push? I didn't want... No, I don't want... Stop it. Okay, well, my computer's borked. Yeah, that's... Wait, what even happened? I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure I need to restart my computer. I just don't know. I don't know what happened. Or will there be another Eldar Art Academy or Academy Debo artwork? So not for a little bit, Thorkin. I'm probably going to do the formal like paint over and stuff for you and Venus this weekend if I can. And then after that, I wanted to only really give one big project for the summer. So if there will be another one, there'll be one in the fall, and we'll change the format a bit for it. So. Had different experience at art school, was on the honor roll, dean's list the entire time, loved diving into every assignment. I mean, that's sick. Fuck yeah. Also had my stuff hanging in the DreamWorks art gallery, so that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. Too much smashing? I mean, I don't smash my keyboard. Like, this keyboard's too expensive to smash. I just don't understand, you know? What's up? No, I think it honestly needs to be restarted. I appreciate it, Ella. Yeah, I think it's actually just worked. So my old keyboard, my old Ducky did this, same thing. And it might be the USB port, honestly. I don't know, but yeah, no, I appreciate it. This is the new keyboard. This is the new one. This is Blaze. This is the keyboard. This is the super thin, expensive Logitech G97418R. Okay, this keyboard was supposed to solve everything. This keyboard was the chosen one. This keyboard has the highest metachlorian count of any keyboard, including Steph's custom keyboards with the pretentious custom keys on them. Okay, you know, to go fast in the commercial, it's got vents to go faster even, and I don't know why it's broken. Maybe the dongle. Let's undongle and redongle. Okay, I redongled. Razer? No, Logitech. Come on, we're not fast enough for Razer. It was meant to outshine the other keyboards, not join them. Exactly. All right. Does it work? No. It's dead. It's dead. This is disappointing. I hate restarting my computer midstream. It doesn't say it's using... Why is the Bluetooth button flashing? Did the thing get turned off? No. Yeah, the switch on it? Yeah. Okay. 30 seconds. We'll try it. I already did that. I did that when I was like trying to figure it out and I was yelling about art school, so I'll try again. You software engineering this for me? I did underestimate its power. The old art teacher dropped by last weekend and wanted to see my traditional work, so that was nice, although it didn't help me decide what school to go to at all. I'm even more uncertain. Venus, go to whatever school you go to wherever school you see the alumni going and doing things that you want to go do, right? Because a lot of art schools, like, Is there a lot of alumni going and getting grants for you, like government money, or are they going into like the industry and getting like actual jobs? That should be what defines your art school experience. But ultimately, at the end of the day, your art school degree doesn't fucking matter. You are self-directed, and the only thing that will determine whether or not you succeed or fail is whether or not you succeed or fail. And your art school is kind of an irrelevant piece in that equation. Still borked. Ah! Okay, fuck this shit. Alright, I was gonna wrap up around 2, so I think we'll just have to wrap up a little bit early today. Alright, I'm gonna restart my computer and prage that it works and not needs to be returned, because I really don't want to go out. I have to do that tomorrow whilst Ella's having surgery or whatever. That would suck. I'd rather the Illuminati are going after schools. Schools keep referring to that to publish it. I don't know, man. Do I look smart enough? Do I look like I know what I'm talking about? I'm a nerd yelling about the D&D movie on stream for an hour and a half. Like, why do you listen to my opinion about anything? Venus, the best thing Venus could ever do for her art career is listen to nothing that I say. That's what she could do. That's the best thing she could do for her art career, is to go do things like Chroma Core, talk to real artists, and listen to nothing that I say about anything to do with art. Okay? Unless she wants to become a mediocre streamer yelling about the D&D movie, in which case I am your man. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out today. I'm sorry we're cutting stream about half hour short. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for relaxing. I hope the rest of your day is fantastic. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do tomorrow we might even buy the Baldur's Gate, man. We might actually commit to it. Because when it is, or sorry, pre-buy it. Because whenever it comes out, bro, I'm gonna play it on stream. Maybe with Ella. Maybe alone. I don't know yet. Stop, Ella. No one was talking to you. No one asked. Well, I might not play with you. I hope you guys enjoy your stay, even if it's just for the day. And until next time, my friends. Farewell. I'm gonna throw his keyboard out the window. I'm gonna throw his keyboard out the window. I might have to be live tomorrow. I might just post a picture of a keyboard in the grass. All right, I'm done.